what was a late night, white knuckle, years off your life, exciting, thrilling, satisfying win.
Man. Dude, I cannot wait to get into this, what we just experienced. But this series against the Atlanta Braves, the Phillies are now going back to the NLCS. Absolutely amazing, freaking awesome. We're going to get into it. But first, let's go around the horn. I'm Sean.
It's Mike.
You?
Mike's dad.
Mike's dad. Mike's dad in the house. John is in the house. So
happy to be.
Yeah, man. First time in a while we've had you on.
Yeah, I haven't been here.
Yeah, here physically. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it has been a while.
Yeah, you've done virtual a couple times, right?
Yeah.
And then I was over at your house last time.
Was it?
Yeah, maybe you were in.
Yes, that was that was a while ago. Yeah, for sure. Let's before we get into it, like we do every time. We're drinking some beers. Let's talk about what we're about to dive into here. So, do you want me to open this?
Yeah, go.
You ready?
It, man.
All right. So we got something here that we're gonna try. It's called. It's from Levante. I guess it's Levante or Levant Brewing Company.
Levante, right?
Levante. I Heart the 70s. It's a West Coast style pale ale. Pretty cool thing here. I'll show the live listeners, the viewers there. It's got like Jaws in the background, rock posters, and Lord of the Rings. What else is there? I'm trying to see what that is there. Rocky, but instead of Rocky, it says Rock. Kiss. It's got some cool stuff. It's got albums in the background. I don't know. It's got all kinds of random stuff. So, but here's the beer. Let's try it. The beautiful sound.
Man, I cannot find the damn thing. I can't get it live.
All right, let me try this real quick. I just poured a little bit.
Oh, here we go.
It's good. It's good. It's got a bite to it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's got a bite to it, but it's good. I Heart the 70s. All right. So we'll be diving into this. I can't see the percentage. It's so fucking dark down here. It's out of Westchester.
Oh, Westchester. Levante's Westchester. Okay.
Yeah, but I can't see it doesn't say the percentage anywhere. I don't know. I have a feeling it's a little bit of a strong one, just by the way it's tasting. So it'd be nice if I poured it without so much fucking head.
Yeah, Westchester, PA. Oh, it's only 4.9%.
4.9. It tastes like it'd be stronger than that. Like it has a lot of bite. Yeah, sorry guys. The live for the people that were listening live to the open, which is a damn shame. Basically, it was we opened with Bryce Harper talking about how much he loves the Philly fans. There was an issue. I was able to correct it on my end here, so you guys should be good now. The podcast won't be a problem. Podcast is fine. So
okay.
It is Levante, not Devante.
No.
Levante. Nice.
Yep.
It'd
be funny if Levante made a Devante beer.
It would be good.
Yeah, they should work on that.
I do not know Levante Devante. I do not like green eggs and ham, Sam. I am. All right, let's go at it. Let's talk about it because I know we're itching to get to it.
Even before we get into that, like I seen the shirt that you had went viral, but with everyone else.
Yeah, everybody else done it. Yeah, attaboy Harper.
I seen that in the clubhouse in the celebration. One
Stubbs.
of the Phillies was it?
Kirkran. Kirkran was wearing. Actually, it was a cool shirt.
Yeah.
So it said "Attaboy Harper" on the front, which you can get one at the Corner Pub Sports store. Go cornerpubsports.net and click on our store and get one for yourself. His on the back said he wasn't supposed to hear it.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, it was pretty good. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if you've been listening, living on a rock for the last week, you
missed a lot.
Yeah, you missed a lot. Or maybe you're in a coma or something. I don't know. But obviously, the Phillies took on the Braves and had quite a series. Took it in 4 games, but not without drama. The Braves came back in Game 2 after a 4-0 deficit, came back and beat the Phillies
with Wheeler on the mound.
Yeah, it took a miracle. Miracle play at the end there to kind of solidify it, but basically Harper was being over aggressive, which is fine. Yeah, I have no problem.
I didn't have a problem with it.
Michael Harris makes a great catch at the wall, doubles him up at first.
So how many times
he's in no man's land there.
Yeah.
The ball comes off the wall. The guy's backing up.
He's scoring.
He's got to be a certain place to score.
Yeah.
Or he's going to get thrown out at home. So what's the difference? You know?
Right. Yeah, and you're down by a run. It's
it's up against the wall. Like the guy's got to catch the ball, crash into the wall, keep the ball. Like how many times did you see guys catch, like go to make that catch as they're crashing into the wall and the ball fly out of their glove?
Yeah.
Or them like let up, or they or them jump and the ball like misjudge where like there's so many different ways that play goes wrong. It's like 2 or 3 in 10 that somebody catches that. I take the odds of he's got to score there. He cannot be on third base.
Yeah.
He cannot. It cannot be second and third, even if there's one out. You cannot leave that up to chance.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
So
Polsky and Dave and trying to see. I know Jay was saying something. Some of the other listeners are talking about last week's show. Poor Mike. He was so uncomfortable and Ryan was losing. It was great.
Oh, did I tell you about this?
Nah.
Oh, I didn't tell you about this. Yeah, so Sean had the brilliant idea of playing a game last week. It was called, is it weightlifting or gay porn?
You had to guess the sound effects and try to figure out which was what.
But wait, it's worse.
Let's not play that game tonight.
No, we're not playing that tonight.
But wait, it's worse. Sean had to explain to his wife what he was doing downstairs.
As I was putting the clips together.
He was putting the clips together. So, he's literally watching gay porn.
No, I told you. I had it positioned.
See, what had happened was
I had it positioned where it's the bottom half of the screen where it said play and then like the scroll button, where I had that going. I can see like a hand, maybe like a ball, maybe. But like for the most part, I couldn't really see anything.
You see the guy with yellow tips?
Until that one special clip that Sean says, "Oh, I gotta see this."
what we're talking about, the reverse cowgirl, reverse cowboy, I guess it would be. Anyway, but dude, that show last week was. I listened to it about 5 times, and tears are rolling down on my face each time, because we just listen to last week's show, everybody. If you didn't get a chance to, it's absolutely insane.
I'm sure that like Jay and Mark are laughing hysterically, even just kind of recalling it. Me, I was not impressed.
Yeah, Mike wasn't too happy. Mike wasn't too happy, but I don't know why. I can't imagine why. But I don't know, just in case. That's one of them. I forget which one that is. I think that one's weightlifting, actually. I'm pretty sure. I forget.
God, I hope so.
All right, moving on. Phillies, Braves. So the ball comes off the wall. Arcia is running around the locker room, screaming, "Attaboy Harper, attaboy Harper." Bryce responds in game 3 by blasting 2 home run shots over the wall, staring down Arcia's.
Did you see the new T-shirt?
Yeah.
Stare down.
Yeah.
They said it was in the locker room in the AM. It wasn't even 12 hours.
Yeah, I can believe that. They're so quick with things now. I can totally believe that. That was absolutely insane.
Was that the one that said on the corner of "fuck around and find out"?
Possibly. Did you see the other one with the art museum? It's an art.
Oh yeah.
So it's the people sitting in the art museum, and then real big, huge, giant portrait of that shot of him staring down Arcia around in second base. Like, to me, like, and then obviously we're gonna get into last night's game. But first things first. But to me, like, that shot is immediate classic, like the Iverson step over. Yeah,
they were actually
like Concrete Charlie.
Yesterday I was
over Frank Gifford.
Yep. I was at Uno's yesterday. Grabbed a little bite to eat before the game started and whatnot. Took like a half day because I was anyway. Long story, but anyway, I was in Nuno's on Thursday, and ESPN was showing that like the best like stare downs in honor of that. Like they showed that play, and then all of a sudden they ran through like the stare downs, like they had like Vince Carter's dunks or like a Kobe Bryant dunk.
Yeah, the Kobe stare down there.
Yeah.
I could totally see that. What was that on though? What was it?
ESPN.
Oh, it was on ESPN.
Yeah, it was like a Sports Center type.
That's
thing.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know. Who else? I mean, obviously, like, boxers, they stare down. The weigh-ins, they're staring at each other. That's a little different, right?
Right.
But it's in the competition.
In the competition. Yeah.
What about Tyson? What about Tyson though? Remember the one when he's standing there, and his eyes are the only thing that's moving, and he's staring them down. I think was that Holyfield?
Dude, I still think he's the missing link. He's the thing that from animal to man.
Yeah. But there was that one. He's just sitting there staring at, it, and his eyes are the only thing that's watching. He's just following him. I think it's Holyfield, and of course we know what happened there. But
yeah.
Polsky said, or Phil said, Uno's. Wow, Mike, that's fancy as fuck.
I haven't had an Uno's deep dish pizza in a while, and I was craving it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I actually had a thin crust tonight. It was pretty good. Paul Newman's frozen pizza.
Oh, okay.
Not bad.
Nice.
Not bad. It's I give it a 7 out of 10. Not bad for a frozen pizza.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck that. Let's go.
Yeah, so Mikowski, we are sheetless today. So
yeah, no sheets. They're camping together. There's apparently
speaking of gay porn.
Yeah, right. We got live audio from that.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Is this like you had to like you took clips of this? You took clips from last week's show.
Two of them. Yeah.
Two?
That was it. That's all I have. I promise. That's all I have. That's it. Mike takes his headphones off. Phil said, which one of them is going to wake up with a condom in their ass?
Gary just checked in. I want more.
No, Ryan was the one that was excited.
Yeah, we're like, hey, Gary, you got that one wrong. I don't care. Oh, man. But, yeah, so Phil, they're away this week. So, Jay said, and the deer are huddled in fear. Yeah, there's not an animal that's safe.
They are in the rut right now.
Yeah, they are. They sure
That's
are.
why they're up there.
You're probably right. Poor squirrels. All they're trying to do is gather another kind of nuts so they can go away for the winter.
Great deer fuckers know this.
What Jay said something to me earlier. He texted me something. He said, it's now. Wait, let me find it. He said something about. I'm hoping Pennsylvania game condition doesn't catch Gary and Ryan and their friends having sex with deer and bear populations in the Poconos. Hopefully they can control themselves. I think deer sex is out of season. 1A and $10K fine. The $10,000 fine. Yeah, possibly. I don't know.
It's obviously happened before. If there's a $10,000 fine for it.
Yeah. All right. So
the Braves.
Yeah. So Harper takes control of Game 3. They
that
roll,
3-run shot.
Roll, man. 10-2, right?
10-2. Yep.
And then there's last night's game. That's what we were really going to get into because that game was.
So what were you going to say about the Braves?
I told you I got it in writing. You and Steve or somebody, one of you guys were saying, the Braves, man, the Braves were scared. This was even before the playoffs start. And I told you that team just never achieved. It reminds me of the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. They just never achieved. The whole 90s, they won like 12 straight freaking divisions and never came to fruition. They won one championship in 20 years. I said, they don't fucking scare me.
Mm-hmm.
Say, we beat them last year. I said, they just don't. They just don't. They're a paper tiger. They're a paper tiger. I don't know what to say.
There's something. They have a great farm system, right? Great farm system. They always get this talent.
They fold
They fold like a house of cards, and they've done it for decades.
It's like the Sixers.
And I
Yeah,
have it
right.
in the text. I think it was you, Mike.
I would have been afraid of the Braves. Yes. I will full-heartedly admit that.
And
I thought that the Braves were the
told you
champion.
then,
I thought the Braves
they
were going to win
don't
a World
fucking
Series.
scare me.
There was something about the last two, and these guys are going back and forth about the deer. Can you imagine the deer kids? Gary's head on a deer body. Is there a chance for a deer human crossover? This is the time we find it. Anyway, this is pretty wild. So speaking of what your pop was just talking about, perfect segue for it, honestly. The fact that the Braves have lost to an inferior team, or a team with an inferior record,
Right.
16 times since 1991 in the playoffs.
That is insane.
Now, what's that? 91, so that's 32 years, right?
Right.
They didn't make the playoffs every year. So let's just
But
say
16 times in 30, that's half the years.
So even that's bad, right? But let's cut out. So the 5 years the Phillies went right. I don't know if the Braves went any of those years. I don't know. Let's just say they made it one. I'm just estimating. Say 25 out of those years. So 25 years you lost to a team that had a worse record than you,
right?
16 times.
Yeah.
And I'm being generous with that. 25.
You know what the funny thing is? The last championship they won, they were the wild card team, were they not?
2019, I think.
Yeah, they came in as the wild card team. Wasn't it like the Mets that won the
I think so, because the Phillies were actually in the running until like the last few. Sorry.
Sean doesn't know how to pour beer, so you're gonna have to wait now.
Dude, I don't know. You saw me tilt the glass, right?
A little bit.
Didn't I tilt the glass?
Not enough.
Apparently not. Jesus Christ. I'm terrible tonight. I swear
First day.
Yeah, first day pouring a beer. Yeah, because the Phillies were in the running there. The Phillies were like, I don't know, a couple games out going into it, and I think they lost to the Braves in a big series towards the end, and that gave the Braves the wild card.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. They ended up winning the World Series that year as a wild card team. Because they got hot at the right time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like in the regular season, that team just looked like they were unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they broke records on. They had three like ace pitchers. One that got hurt and couldn't pitch. They had three ace pitchers, and then they had a record-breaking offensive year.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's
that's
almost, you can't get much more scary than that.
They had one of the most incredible offensive seasons of all time in baseball history. 330 home runs, something.
They tied a record with that. I think they had like the best slugging percentage ever.
Yeah, Acuna has 70 stolen bases, 40 home runs, he becomes the first player ever to do that. To have that kind of stat line.
And again, Strider, which like broke records. Like he's got like more strikeouts per it's strikeouts per 9 innings or something is like through the roof.
13 per 9.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's like record.
He's got good stuff. He's a good pitcher.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that we were able to touch it. Like in the regular season, we can't touch them, and not that we didn't beat them up, but the fact that we actually hung with them and we're able to do just enough. They were good at taking pitches and working counts and stuff, especially early in that game. Later in the game, they got a little aggressive on them. Well, it kind of worked out because they, some of the pitches they jumped on actually went out of the park. But, but they were doing enough to get that. And, the difference is it seems that, what's his name? Skinner. Yeah,
Brian Skinner.
Yeah, is that the manager? No,
that's what I'm calling him.
Skinner. Okay.
Yeah, Principal Skinner.
Yeah,
Simpsons.
He would ride his starters a lot longer than Thompson did, which I think we want to get into soon.
Yeah, sure. What's also interesting about that, what you just said, is that the Phillies starters, I think, as a team, averaged more innings per game than any other team. Their
Interesting.
The Phillies bullpen had the least amount of innings in Major League Baseball this year.
Wow.
Yep.
And then in the
Phillies.
playoffs, it's a complete flip of the script.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Phillies bullpen was the seldom used bullpen in the league.
I know that they for a while went with 6 starters, which had a little bit to do with it.
To do with it. Yeah, sure.
Phil
said better fact. Every 100-win team is now gone. So of course, that's leading the whole thing with the commissioner is now defending the playoff format. Dude, I don't get. First of all, it's not like the NLDS is 5 games. It's a 3-game series. You're gonna tell me in that 4-day stretch that teams all of a sudden go cold and they don't know how to play baseball anymore, and that's why they're all out.
It ends up being a week,
maybe five. Well,
because there's a day or two off before that next series starts, and then there's a day or two after the series is over. So it ends up being probably close to a week. And then these 100-win teams, they probably are resting up the last week of the season too.
That's what I was going to say. The Braves had been
they were coasting.
They were coasting for the last month of the year, less than coasting. I mean, their bullpen fell apart towards the end of the year. They had one of the worst ERAs in baseball going down the stretch. I think since July, their bullpen kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like that was great. They had a bunch of good starters and good offense, but they were allowing a lot of runs a game.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the Braves were blowing everyone away at that point. Especially during the last month of the season. The Dodgers struggled down the stretch.
Yeah, but you know what? It's weird because nobody really paid attention because they were so far out in front.
And same thing with the Braves, though, right?
That's what I mean. Both teams are so far out in front that everybody was paying attention to the wild card race, and nobody they were doing the same thing. They were 5-5, just like everybody else.
So if that's the thing, right? If that's the case, how come that's not a problem for football teams when they're on a bye? The first team gets a bye, and more times than not, that first team wins that next game, right? When they play, more times than not. Now, granted, it's a 1-game series as opposed to a
7,
5 or
where
7.
You're used to playing every day. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. This is the money revenue. It's not going to change.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to go back to having 4 teams make it. They're not going to. What else could you do? I mean, the only way that you can make it, that you could change that, is if you add yet another, or 2 other wild card teams, and then you have 8 teams make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always a traditionalist. I don't even really love the wild card to begin with. I mean, I'm glad that the Phillies benefited from it, but
would you rather have been just 1 and 1 team, like 1 team and 1 team?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind it being 4. I wouldn't mind it being the 3 division winners and 1 wild card team.
Yeah.
I know that there's been years where there's been a 100-win team that was the second wild card, and then an 80-some win team that was the won the division, and the wild card team got screwed.
Yeah.
And that sucks, but I've always liked it a little bit more that way. Last year, obviously, it would have screwed the Phillies. This year, they were the top wild card team, so it wouldn't have mattered as much.
Yeah.
But again, it is what it is because you got the you got the buys, you got the they're making money off of it. It is what
Well, I just had it here. Debbie, and I'm gonna go through these comments here. We got some friends checking in here. Debbie and the fans cried because of the wild card and had them sitting for days. That's what we were just talking about, right? Yep. She's 100% right.
We got drunk Phil's fans checking in. What's up, man? You guys must be fired up.
Yeah, look at all the past World Series winners, and they've had a longer lag. Dave Peterson.
Cheers, Scott Air, man.
Good teams.
Great to meet you in person.
Good teams that lose, bitch. Great teams that learn how to overcome. That's right. And yeah, like you just said, drunk Phil's fans. I got my glass somewhere down here. What's up, guys? If you don't follow them, man, follow the Drunk Phil's fans guys on Facebook and Twitter, man. They have good stuff. And then, of course, Scott Air, the World Series champion himself.
I got to wear his ring.
Yeah,
how awesome is
let's
that?
Talk while we're waiting for Mr. John to come back down here for a second. So let's real quick, and then we'll talk about last night's game. Okay.
Yep.
So we got to hang out with Scott last week.
What I miss?
We're just talking about the Phillies. We hung out with Scott Air last week. Tommy Green,
Milt Thompson,
John
Wes Chamberlain.
Yeah, Crocker was there.
Morandini.
Ricky Morandini, Dave Hollins,
yeah.
a bunch of Izzy,
Jeltz.
Yeah, Steve Jeltz, of course, right, friend of a show there. What a great time. So, and of course, Scott, I got to tell you, we actually, I made up with Patalco a little bit. Made up with him a little bit.
They hugged it out.
Yeah, we hugged it out.
It was awkward.
Yeah, Mr. Ricky Patalco and I weren't exactly seeing eye to eye on something, and
he knew exactly what it was too.
Dude,
it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he knows who you are from like but he knew exactly what it was.
I don't know if Scott said something to him behind the bar because I saw them talking. I don't know because I don't think I told Scott why.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I told him what happened at that point. But he knew as soon as I walked up and said, "I got a bone to pick with you."
Two sensitive guys made up.
You
That's
blocked me on Twitter. He goes, "Because you made fun of Cole Kmet," and I was like, and I walked away. I turned and walked away, and I'm like, "Son of a bitch." He goes, "Yeah, and what did he do, asshole? What did he do?" I was like, yeah. So we're joking around. Oh, he said, "Yeah, I did tell him." Oh, wait. He said, "I told him you guys were awesome. He should say hi."
That's funny.
All right.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks, Scott. Yeah, so now it makes sense. So I'm like, how the fuck did he like? Well, here's the thing too. I saw him last year. We talked a bit last year.
Right.
He came up and he's like, "Hey man, how you been? I haven't seen you in a while." And I'm like, I don't think you know who I like. I think you remember my face, but I don't think you know who you think I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you don't recognize. So we were talking and stuff a little bit, and then that's when I was like finally warmed up. I was like, "Yo, dude, we got a bone to pick." Like, I'm glad we're talking here, but I'm not too thrilled about the fact I'm talking to you right now because I wasn't going to talk to you today. Like, I was kind of pissed at you.
You guys ended up doing a shot, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, and we did the Eagles chant, and so we made it up, but we had a good time. But
yeah, I got to wear Scott Air. Scott Air's listening.
You're an awful sensitive fucking guy. Aren't you?
A little bit. He blocked me on Twitter because I made fun of his fantasy team.
Well, I mean,
that was lame.
Ricky Patalco is sensitive too.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, a little bit.
Sensitive. He's sensitive. But
this is social media though.
We hugged it out. We were good.
Yeah, but anyway, so more importantly, Scott Air's listening.
Yeah,
more importantly, Scott Air's listening, and I got to wear his World Series ring.
You got to wear his actual World Series ring.
I got pictures wearing his World Series ring. How cool is that? Yeah. An actual World Series ring.
Awesome.
And then there's some other pictures, Scott, that I obviously did not post on. I did not post on social media. Scott, we're all group hugging, and my head's below his crotch area, and then we're hugging. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah,
I love Ricky Patalco, man. You want to talk about a guy that
he's like,
wears his emotion. Right, just wears.
Why do you think he blocked him?
Oh my God!
Yeah, why do you think? Yeah, exactly.
He can't hide anything. Nothing. I'll never forget that one time. After that game, they came back like 13 runs or something. He was like, his face was like a blank slate. It was.
I was gonna say I got the ultimate.
I don't know what I watched there.
I was so mad because I was gonna say to him, you know what, dude? Like, your favorite pitch was the fuck pitch. Like, what's the fuck pitch? Did you throw it? Fuck. That was his favorite pitch.
Oh, that's.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't do it because he would have beat me up. Let's be honest.
As you should.
Rightfully so.
Polsky said there was a great picture from the event. Drunk Phil's fans said should have pulled a fam. And Scott Air, I think he's replying to the thing that I said I didn't post those pictures. He's been praying. Like, yeah. But we had such a great time. But anyway, I'm leaving out the best part. That whole event last week, and we talked about it on the previous show, was for the Darren Dalton Foundation.
Yeah.
Brett Dado does an amazing job. He was actually Dalton's lawyer for years. And then obviously became close friends with him and decided to start this foundation, Darren Dalton Foundation Against Brain Cancer. So all the money, all the proceeds went to that charity. Great 50-50 turnout. It was like over $1,500 for the 50, which is great.
Yeah.
They had a band going. It was awesome. It was such a great time.
Yeah.
I will do that every year. I'll go back every
Absolutely,
year.
yeah.
It was so much fun. And next year I won't get us carried away. But
that's a lie.
Yeah.
No. Like,
be much worse.
There's not good things.
Well, there was an Eagles game afterwards, so we stayed a lot longer.
And then something else happened. I'll talk about it on the air, but
oh boy,
we'll get into that later. Pretty sure we were catfished. The more I think about it. But anyway,
all right.
Yeah. So let's get back to the Phillies.
The
Let's get back
Braves.
to the Phillies.
What a
Last night's
bunch
game.
of freaking
Scott, what do you
cardboard fucking
Paper Tigers.
worthless.
Paper champions, man.
Yeah, Scott,
Hey, you know
Phillies
what?
fans, what do you think of this? Like, what do you think of the Braves? I mean, the Phillies, like, are they what are the Braves?
In the end, you're white knuckle through that game. Okay, they put a couple guys on. They just like you said, nothing's ever easy, and that's great because it ended up being one, like Sean said, one of the most exciting games that I've watched in a long, long time that I can remember. But in the end, they brought nothing.
No, they didn't.
8 runs in 4 games. Was that what it was?
8 runs
and 5 in 1 of the
4.
games.
Yep.
So they scored 3 runs in 3 games.
Shut out in the other one, right?
Shutout.
Right.
1 run and 2 runs.
Yep.
In the 10-2 game,
Well, hopefully it wasn't them, it was us.
Yeah.
And then we'll just roll now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I would think so.
we got home field, which is nice, and you know that this home
Yeah,
field's
dude.
better than any other home field.
Well,
it just is.
Jamie Zimenoff, who's actually a Mets fan, said Braves are what they always are since the 90s. Great until the playoffs. Obviously, we're playing the Phillies
Yes.
theme song.
Like, and it's like a very. Is this like the regular version? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just
it's
it's just so monotone. It's I just look. I mean, it's great that it's like the Phillies get behind it. I fucking hate this song.
I thought my phone was fucking up again.
No, it's just.
It's so bad.
Yeah, I don't quite get it. I would have put
Yeah, even as it picks up eventually, it's just like,
I mean, the song's halfway over and it hasn't picked up yet. But
how about that, drunk Phil's fans?
Yeah, what's this? The Braves lack a team mentality and are completely devoid of a leader. Acuna not talking to the media was a punk move. Yeah, he's like after the game he goes, "I got a bust to catch," and then takes off. Meanwhile, the rest of the team is still in the locker room. Like,
Oh, really?
oh yeah, like
Wow.
Yeah, dude, that's a bunch of me's. It's a bunch of me's on that team. So the same thing with Arcia. You saw the video of him carrying on like an idiot in the dugout yesterday. Yeah. Because after we talked about what he said.
Oh, that's right. Because they.
No, it's supposed to pick up.
It's not picking
It's
up.
not picking up, is it?
Shut it down.
No, this is the song. This is the Phillies. Like, this is a song that the Phillies like. It's I don't get it either.
Well, they're not.
It's
real
depressing.
Good.
But like this is a song that they
They're
play.
not real good DJs, but they play baseball.
That's
Right.
true.
But they actually eventually the song picks up, and then I guess that's like, I guess they play it loud enough, and then they sing everything.
Yeah, that one. That's the one they play. It's still the same song, just with a beat underneath.
The beat. The beat makes a difference.
Yeah. But like you said, it's like a monotone.
It's still bad.
Yeah, it's almost like Corbett playing "Call Me Baby" after every softball win.
I actually started liking "Call Me Baby" by the end.
Only because of his stupid dance that he used to have.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
But guess what?
And then the Miami cheerleaders danced it.
But this song, anytime I hear it now, I think of the Phillies.
Well, yeah, I think of the Phillies. It brings a smile because of that, but it's still a terrible song. I'm never going to be one that like.
I'm never going to download it.
No.
Dave Peterson said, "What do I call the Atlanta Braves? Losers." Polsky said, "Did you ever figure out if the Fanatic has a red rocket?" Actually, the guy who actually is the Fanatic.
Oh, he was there. Yeah.
I'm sorry. The Fanatic's best friend, I should say, was there. I actually talked to him for a bit last year.
Yeah. Ruben Amaro Jr. was there. I didn't get a chance to talk to him.
Yeah,
Ruben.
I bypassed him. I had no intentions of talking to him.
Pop played Little League with him.
Yeah, I know. I don't care much for him.
Yeah, that's right. He's another one that there was sensitivity issues on both sides.
Not on both sides.
That's right.
He got way too whatever.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. Who cares?
The people broke his balls for as long as he's been in baseball.
And I literally said,
his name.
I literally said to him, I was joking with you. And he goes, "Yeah, you're an asshole." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then that was it. He blocked me. So. It's basically it was a picture of him. It was a picture of him that someone else took of him giving someone the finger.
And he was like joking about like something that like, yeah, I mean, I seen it. He was kind of not defending. He was kind of backing up Ruben with it. Like,
yeah. And then he's like, "Oh, real nice. dick or something like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, it was a joke. He's like, yeah, okay, asshole, and then
Yeah.
blocked me. I was like, fuck you, dude. Like,
This is why I don't do social media.
Anyway,
I do a podcast, but I don't do social media. I know.
Jamie said no one but Strider is a starter, and you guys did well enough against him to win.
Nah, I mean their second guy was good.
Actually, that kid that came out of the pen,
Oh yeah, the rookie. Yeah, he
Yeah.
might be something.
dude, he's only pitched for 3 years in his life.
Yeah.
They discovered he could throw a 95-mile-per-hour pitch.
Oh, when he
You know,
was playing third base or something.
yeah, no, like
Yeah, 3
3 years.
Great story.
he had some nasty stuff, man. That was pretty good. Yeah, this song, nah. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah,
Pick a new
they
fucking
jump
song.
around and dance and spray beer at each other to that.
Really?
Sure you can't wait, you fuckhead.
Yeah, that song can go.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, they ain't musically inclined, are they?
Nah, yeah,
But they can play baseball.
sure can,
And they got
Hello.
they got a team camaraderie, which
which is
seems to be pretty apparent.
they're like a college team. Like, they're so tight knit
Yeah,
and so like they love each other, man. Like,
it's pretty cool.
yeah, you don't see that often. Like, last year you saw it, right?
Yeah,
and it
it's
only
the
got
same.
Well, that's
better.
when it was first blossom.
Yeah, but like this year, it's just even more so. And like they back each other up, and wrap each other, and Harper's a big part of that.
Harper is
Yeah.
a leader.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know
He's
what?
the drink.
We were talking
He's
about
the-
this.
even Stubbs, like backup catcher, has such a. You can tell he has such a big impact on that locker room.
Yeah,
He has that humor. He has that kind of edge to him. Like,
he's the one in the overalls, right?
yeah, well, that too, yeah. But like Polsky said, from now we should just play High Hopes. Let's just play High Hopes.
Yes.
Yeah, you're probably right. Maybe I'll do that instead.
Um,
I'll do that to close out the show. How's that?
but no, we were talking about this. Like, so you heard the start of the show. You heard Harper praising the city. He's done it so many times, time and time again. It's a love fest. It's mutual, whatever. What do you think that means about how things were in Washington with all the, politicians and whatever? Like,
I don't even know what what Washington's like, because the town's more known for the drama
Mhm.
than I don't even know what their baseball fans are like. So how can you blame them for wanting to get out of that town? I don't know if there's any worse town except maybe Miami, where they put 12,000 people in the
Miami,
game.
So
Tampa, yeah.
bad. So bad. Shouldn't have freaking
What
teams.
isn't that always the worst?
It is.
you know?
Miami.
Like even Kansas City, when they're in last place, will put more than that.
Yeah, Miami. Atlanta never cared. You know who else is bad too? Because even the last series against the Diamondbacks, Dodger fans are horrible too. That stadium was half empty at first pitch.
yeah, they come late and leave early.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's notorious.
But they're terrible fans.
yeah, they're bad.
That-
Well,
that's
they-
horrible.
They got so much. They just said they got so much to do out there that they don't really hang their hat on anything.
Oh, I didn't see this. So Dave Peterson said, "Did you guys see the Arizona Diamondbacks jumping in the pool? They were washed up. Phillies going to sweep that series." I didn't see that. That's pretty cool though. Like, I guess when they won, they went out into the right field and jumped in, jumped in the pool.
Yeah, but you know what? The Phillies party too.
Yeah, sure.
You know what? The funny thing is that like I think I seen a post that said when the Phillies won or clinched the wild card, they went out and partied and celebrated.
Yeah,
and then
they did.
somebody
They
said,
went Xfinity. Yeah,
right? Somebody said they partied like they won the World Series for getting in the wild card. This team doesn't have the makeup. They're too overly excited for this and that. And I was like,
didn't get that.
no, like you celebrate each victory because it's what you should do. It's
When-
supposed to be fun.
When your manager is doing it too, that tells you a lot, But the things that impressed me, like after Game 3 with Harper, right? Stoic.
Yeah.
Like you just had a monster day. Nope. Last night they win the game. Nick Castellanos gets interviewed.
Yeah, that was a weird interview.
Yeah, Nick, you're the first player in Major League Baseball history to have multi-home run games and back-to-back games. Is there a question in there? Well, no, but well, thanks for telling me. And he was like, He's like, oh, well, yeah, how you feel? Because we got 8 more games to go. 8 more wins. That was 8 more wins. Like, I don't care. Like, this is great. This is great. You know,
I want to go party with my team.
I'm going to party with these guys, but we have 8 more wins, and this doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
You know, like that. I love that because they're allowed to celebrate a little bit. You know, what the hell? But they were there last year, and they felt that defeat last year. And this goes with another team in Philadelphia happening right now, by the way, who felt that defeat. And they also have a leader who's stoic and has this demeanor about him. And you're like, I don't think he's going to fucking lose again. And I have that feeling about this team right now. They're so locked in. So why don't we get...
Well, if you talk about leaders,
you
know, obviously Harper is the straw that stirs the drink.
Yep.
And he's doing it and saying everything since he's come here.
Right.
Right. And I'm sure he was happy to get out of Washington. You know, and it was weird because he left, their best player left, and then he won the next year.
Right.
You know, so they had a great team.
Yeah,
but
Soto had an unbelievable season that year, right? Turner, right, was on that team.
Yeah, you know, so I'm sure that didn't make him feel great. But if you're talking about leaders, comparing leaders, Hurts to him, Hurts has got so much more responsibility. That is a team game, and he is the most important player.
Yeah.
On, like, if you're talking about sports, he's probably one of the top 10 most important players in sports because he's a top team and he's the top player with the most responsibility of any sports. Quarterbacking is the toughest. Quarterbacking
I say
hard.
Quarterbacking and goalie.
Yeah, but goalies are never the leaders.
No, but I meant toughest
positions. Yeah,
toughest positions in quarterback.
But I think that maybe that's the difference between a quarterback and a goalie. You don't hear a goalie being a leader. They're never the captain. They're never the.
I don't know. Patrick Waugh was probably a leader, I would think.
Yeah,
there's certain guys, but yeah, you're right. Generally, no, that's not the case.
Yeah, you know, it's always the scores. It's you know, even Patrick Waugh, Sakic was thought of as the
probably
you know,
but anyway, so talking about pressing the right buttons and everything like that. Let's get into
let's get into it. Yeah, so
because not only last night's game, it was the series where
the first game in the series. Thompson pulls Suarez
his hair.
Your hair smells fucking beautiful.
And Suarez is like, "What are you talking about, Rob?" He's like, "Get off the mound."
Yeah, after like what was it, 3 2/3 or something?
Yeah,
and I'm like, "What is he doing?"
I was pissed, man.
It's like this, like, why would he do that? He's managed and scared. He's knee-jerk reaction, and it worked.
And apparently, we found out later it was the plan all along. Everyone else knew it except for Suarez.
Yeah,
he's like, no, I want my bullpen. My bullpen's been strong all year. I want my bullpen in there and to control this game.
And it worked.
He just didn't want him to get a second round of
third round through play. Yeah,
No, he didn't even.
He didn't get.
He
to
got
the
a couple
round.
of people into
the second.
He must have got a couple of the top of the lineup.
Yeah, he did. He got into the second time around. Never even got through. He got halfway through, and that was it. He was gone, and that was wild.
Yeah,
I think the only reason he got the fourth inning was that, you know, he just cruised and Thompson said first sign of problems, he goes.
Right.
And you seen that he was a hell of a lot more, you know, loose with him in the second game, and it showed. Strider pitched longer, but really Suarez was the better pitcher in that game.
He was. He didn't have base runners every inning.
Right.
You know, Strider had 6 base runners in the first 3 innings, which drove me insane because they couldn't bring anybody.
Yeah, it looked like Monday again.
Yeah, right.
That's why it was so white knuckle.
Yeah. Jamie Zimenoff said Marty Brodeur was the leader for the Devils.
Scott Stevens, though.
Yeah, that's true. What do you guys say about that, James? Come on. Dave Peterson said, Harper said there was no place else he would rather be. I chose to play here. His blue suit was epic with the pics of Philly, and the liner.
Yeah.
He had the Fanatic pocket square.
Yeah.
Harper is the man. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. So the funny thing is game 2 was the only game that I thought he managed well. I think he left Wheeler in as long as he should have. I felt that Wheeler dealing and even if we're giving up the 2-run home run, he left with the lead. I thought that he did the right thing.
Fine.
And that was the only game that they ended up losing. And when they lost that game in a demoralizing fashion, they
People
did.
like, Wheeler shouldn't have been out there.
But yeah, I mean, I don't even know. Yeah, but he's your ace. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Them losing that game, the way that they lost it, the way that they came back from a 4-0 lead late into that game, I was like, man, is this going to be the World Series Cliff Lee, or no, the first round Cliff Lee 4-0 against the Cardinals type situation?
I didn't feel that way because I felt because we were coming back home and I knew, like,
Did you really think that you thought that Suarez was going to beat Strider again, even at home?
Yeah, I did. I thought they were going to win last night, and I thought they were going to win game 3. I
thought they were going to win game 3.
I absolutely did. Because I'm like, they have no idea what like those Atlanta fans think that, people are like, oh yeah, they're the best fans in the country. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Serious?
Yeah, there was people going out and saying that. I'm like, Strider already basically complained that the fans are too loud.
Right.
And complain, we've seen the story, what's the one thing you would change about sports? The fans, we don't need them. I don't need someone screaming at me. Put them in the upper bowl. You know what? I'll walk that back. Put them in the upper bowl. Leave the lower bowl empty. I don't need fans screaming. It's too loud. I need to concentrate. Well, what do you think, Phil? That's what he said.
Yeah.
What do you think? Play live sports, dude.
Yeah. What do you think Philadelphia did with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as he said it, Phillies fans were like, oh, we hope we face you in the fucking bank.
Yeah.
Did you see him walk off? Did you see the body language of him walking off?
Yeah.
That said it all, man.
Yeah.
He's not having a good night.
Goddamn millennial with his fucking tight pants and his dumb fucking mustache. He's such a good pitcher.
He is really
good.
But
he's a douchebag.
Yeah, but I'd take him on the Phillies any day.
Oh, yeah, I would take him. Yeah, for sure.
Not anymore.
No.
A loser.
Loser. We don't want no losers here.
It's true. He's folded 3 straight times.
3 times against the Phillies. Now, did he fold last night?
Nah, he didn't fold.
He gave up 2 shots.
He
and
was
that
on the ropes stuff.
He was, but he never gave.
Man.
He kept coming at him. Actually, when was it Turner's home run or Nick's Castellanos? I forget whose home run it was. And after that, he was pissed. You can see he was pissed and firing like 100-mile-per-hour fastballs with 90 pitches under his belt.
Him hitting 101 with like 90-some pitches.
Maybe
this guy.
Maybe he should have kept his concentration while he was pitching to Castellanos.
Yeah.
What is he, like 5'7"? Like, he's not a big guy.
No.
He can throw, man. Like, he's a flamethrower.
Really?
Like,
5'7"?
He's short. He's
got those fucking thick thighs.
You
can tell because he's got the tight pants.
Billy Wagner could do it, and he was a little guy.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
I just don't know how they do it.
Yeah, but Billy Wagner did it for an inning. This guy's fucking doing it for 7.
100 pitches, and he's throwing 101. That was insane. But enough about that fun. Because you're right.
He lost. Fuck him.
Is there her? He's out. He's gone.
Yeah.
But man, the buttons Thompson's push. I mean, for going into the game 4 with Suarez, leaving him in, I think he kept him in long enough last night. I was fine with that.
But that was fine. But then all of a sudden, bringing Dominguez in, and I'm like, dude, it's early.
Sometimes, so there is.
Yeah, that was unorthodox, but
Brennan Alvarado in the 7th was
yes.
wild.
And
but the situation,
and then Alvarado started walking people. And I get where you're coming from, but that lineup, that same part of the lineup was coming in this. If it was the 6th and 7th inning, that same part of the lineup was coming in the 9th inning.
Yeah, like that's what I was worried about. But I was also wondering if they were thinking the Phillies were going to get to their bullpen a little bit more.
Right, exactly. So if they could score a couple, well, they got another run, one. But I mean, I know preserving the 1-run lead so your offense can kind of get going a little bit, and then it makes it a little bit like a little less stress. Maybe this is the highest stress. It didn't end up being that way, but I understand that logic, but still, Hoffman never pitched.
No, he never pitched last night.
Yeah,
No,
but
it was-
he pitched the 2 games before both games. didn't
Yeah,
he?
I was.
Yeah, but there was a
Both,
day
yeah.
off.
I was. Yeah,
maybe,
maybe he
yeah.
was. Maybe he wasn't available.
Maybe he
I
wasn't
don't know.
available.
But
Huh.
I was surprised when they brought in Strom. You know what? Fuck that. Let's go back a little bit because
You guys,
I know we're all over the
you
place.
guys, you guys are gonna go round and round about this,
That's
right? And you're never gonna understand it.
No,
because
we're not.
there's no fucking rhyme or reason to it. I don't sit there and make like he's sitting there telling me on the way over. He's like, I question every decision Rob Thompson make, and I was like, I didn't question any till I seen what do you call it in the 7th, you know?
Alvarado.
Kimbrel in
No,
the 7th.
no,
Oh,
Kimbrel.
Kimbrel.
I was like,
Yeah.
wow,
That
that's
got
really
scary.
that's a little strange. I don't question that shit because I never coached a baseball team other than Little League. I don't have the expertise to question these guys.
When he
And you know that this guy has something special behind him. Those guys play the shit out of him. Even if he makes mistakes, they'll make up for it. They'll do their job.
when Alvarado came out in the 7th, I went, are they going to bring Kirkring in for the 9th? Like, is he going to be the closer tonight? And then they brought out Soto, and I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot about Soto. Like, I honestly forgot about him.
Yeah, but I know you hate Soto because you think that he was bad towards the end of the season.
Yeah,
right?
I don't hate Soto. I just
Don't trust him.
I don't trust him. But he was fine. He was fine.
All
Like,
those guys walked guys. All those guys
Yeah,
were wild.
no-
I'm
no one
like
was-
everyone. I'm like, dude, all game. I'm sitting here. Throw fucking strikes. Throw strikes. Throw fucking strikes. What are you, motherfucker? You
Kimbrel?
want them?
dude, with Kimbrel
I hate
Campbell started walking guys.
Yes.
Oh, I was losing my shit. And then he got himself together. And then I see Strom.
See, this is when I get to outlet because I'm watching the game at home by myself when the kids are trying to sleep, and I'm sitting there, and all I could do is just texting cats.
Oh,
The
man.
best I could do is texting cats.
What the
So
fuck?
tonight
What
is
are
when I
they
get to be like, throw strikes.
You know, what are they doing?
I
don't know what we're yelling about.
It was literally, yeah.
it was well, you know, the problem with the way all of us watch the game is 2-run game, and you've heard all along how Atlanta can strike at any moment.
Oh
right?
my god!
And you know what? The
And
pitchers,
he's not wrong.
the pitcher. No, it's true. We seen it on
Yeah.
Monday, but the pitchers were kind of pitching around them guys like that too.
Mhm.
They were trying to paint these, and some guys could do that. Like, you know, hey, Suarez was painting corners.
Mhm.
He was on fire. You know, Wheeler for most of the game was just
Dad,
doing
yeah, we're gonna talk
at-
about that.
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
Yep.
So let's go back a little bit. So earlier in the game, I don't know, 5th inning, Ryan texted me. You know, Ryan Sheed is on the show. Texted me, goes, I'm nauseous. And I'm like laughing because the Phillies are up 2-1 or something at that
It's
point.
still early.
It's still early.
yeah.
I'm like, what's the matter with this guy? Nauseous. Like, come on, stop being so dramatic.
Which everybody knows Ryan's dramatic.
But then,
I mean, it is what it is. I
We
mean,
get
Brian
to
will be
the-
the first one to admit it.
what was it, the 7th inning? What was it that base loaded in?
The 7th, yeah.
That was 7th.
I think it was the 7th, yeah, because that was Kimball came, yeah.
Acuna comes up.
Because they had Alvarado pitch and he got through the first 2 guys out.
Yeah.
Then he walked 2 guys.
Right.
And then Kimball comes in and walks the next fucking
And
guy.
throws a wild pitch.
and throws a wild pitch that somehow they didn't score.
He didn't score because it came off. Oh, yeah. Comes off, it come bouncing off the wall, so they save it.
I don't know how he didn't score on that. I don't know what the fuck happened with
Thanks, John.
that.
Ugh.
Oh Christ! Usually you're fucking
Yeah,
3/4 in the bag by now. What are you worried about? This is your 4th beer tonight.
Caller's got a point. Everyone listening is like, "Where's drunk Sean at?"
Exactly. He's gonna get there after this one.
We're waiting.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Man up.
I'm all right. I'm paying up. So I'm thinking about that as I'm pacing the living room. And when he throws a wild pitch, I'm like, you fucking man bunt. And I'm yelling, right? And then he doesn't score. And, right? And my wife's sitting there and she's like, are you okay? Like, and she's not giving me too much shit because she knows. And my daughter's holding her ears. Daddy's too loud. Right? And I'm like, I'm losing it, right? And I'm standing, I'm pacing. And then it hits me and I went, I think I'm going to throw up. I think I'm going to throw up. And I literally had a moment where I was like, I might have to run to the bath. I might throw up. I can't fucking take this. And they got out of it. I was like, that might be the fucking game. That might be the game. I'm like, you might face the top of the lineup again, but you're not going to have to face the meat of the lineup. If you do, that means you're losing the game right at that point because it was 2-1.
Right.
What were you guys thinking at that point? Like, where were you? Like, where were your nerves? Because, like, I'm sorry, from the 6th inning on, edge of my seat, standing up, pacing, I could not take it anymore. I don't know the last time I had a game take years off my life.
That game felt like it was already in extra innings in the 4th inning.
Yeah.
Those games just
and the funny thing goes
strung out. Right. So
the weird thing is it felt like an elimination game, but it was only game 4. Like we still had another game and it was like, and we had Wheeler, but it was in Atlanta. Like, but nobody was thinking about that. It was like,
that's because it all comes back to Monday. Monday, you knew on Wednesday when that game ended, you said we should be partying right now.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But now luckily we don't, and that's the thing. We don't have to think about Monday. We don't have to think about
it's over.
Because that would have been
the
infamous, like what could have been the bloody nil. All these fucking heartbreaks that could have been what you go back to. It's a heartbreak, but now you don't.
That fucking team. That the people are over. Oh, this is the worst loss I ever experienced. I'm like, you haven't experienced that many losses. Then, like you have games left, and you're coming back home,
right?
And to see what Arcia did in that dugout, I'm like, they're not losing this game. When I saw the way he was acting,
I was
jumping around like a fucking idiot.
Why would you poke Bruce Harper?
And doing this shit, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And Acuna has to pull him aside and like, what the fuck? Like, stop. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, they're not losing this fucking game.
And
this
now
team's too fucking immature.
And now you know why Acuna left without speaking.
He very well could have.
He's probably like, you poked the bear, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, it could have been some of that, or he was so embarrassed he couldn't face.
I can't. Why am I going to defend these guys right now? They act like a bunch of fucking children, a bunch of childs. I gotta find.
Wait for it.
I gotta find it. Give me a second. I mean,
it's the problem with having 1,700 things on your soundboard.
Well, I mean, that's absolutely true. There's no doubt
it's over.
Bunch of childs.
There it is.
Oh,
there it is. Bunch of childs.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
That was me.
How about this one?
Instead of saying bunch of children.
I'll suggest that you need some attention paid to your butts holes.
No reason for that. I just wanted to play. I haven't played it in a while. Dave Peterson has a great point here. By bringing Kimbrel in the early, I'm sorry, he blew Atlanta's game plan apart, forced them to change up the way they wanted to attack the 8th and 9th innings. Atlanta didn't recover from that and moved on. It was smart if you ask me.
She's not wrong.
Think about what Snicker ended up doing.
Yeah,
he ended up he emptied out his bench.
Yeah,
he brought in pinch runners. He brought in this and that. And you got nothing out of it. And then you took out Arcia. Like Arcia's gone. Michael Harris was gone. You pulled those guys out of your lineup. Yeah, that was interesting, Dave. Now I don't know if that was Thompson's game plan when he did that. I think Thompson was just pitching on his gut on what he was worried about, what he was going to do. Like, I don't think, I think he looked at that.
I don't think it was quite that.
We're facing the middle of their lineup. I want to get through this, avoid this, and get out of this. And then in the 9th, we'll deal with it.
I mean, look, I second guessed every move, but obviously it worked.
Well, you know what? And maybe that's the thing, right?
And obviously he's making a lot more money, and he's he knows a hell of a lot more than I do. So
we're worried about the now, right? So game 1, when they pulled Suarez, now I'm worried about the now. I don't feel like he has good stuff right now, But this is what my gut's telling me. So Gary texted something about, he's worried about game 5. I'm like, he's not thinking about game fucking 5 in game 1. He was talking about
actually,
Suarez.
game 4. He's, you know what? He might not be wrong.
He would on normal rest.
Yeah, I don't know who it was on the radio on the way over to Mike's.
Here's an experimental. Thanks, John.
Sure.
Christ.
But the guy said that Thompson, and he wasn't just a caller. He was on for 15 minutes. I wish I would have called who it was. But he said Thompson managed the entire series as if it was the last game of the World Series. He said, just in the moment, just get to the next fucking batter, and I'll deal with that. And my guys will deal with that. And, you know, he's got a gut feeling that just the team just follows.
I respect that because there were some moves last year where, like, pulling Wheeler early last year killed them. And I'm not saying that that's not going to happen again, but
no, I mean, you know what?
There's certain things that he's doing.
But he pushed before that. He pushed every right button. That one sucked, and I'll never forgive him for it. But they would have never got there if he didn't push the right button on every other situation before that.
Right. So, like, it's almost like he's going off a gut feel, and I'm playing for this moment right now, like almost like that. And I'm saying I respect it because it's like you already went through defeat at the ultimate level, like you were that damn close, and it's almost like I don't want to say he's learned from it, but he has adjusted in ways. Like leaving Suarez in a little bit longer yesterday, leaving Wheeler in as long as he did the game before. He's not jumping,
but
Suarez earned it.
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't take Suarez out. Suarez didn't have until Suarez never got in trouble. How can you take a guy out that doesn't
Suarez didn't get in trouble game 1 either?
He did. He had he did
one man on.
He had one man on, but Suarez didn't have one.
That's not trouble.
Yeah, but I mean,
no, I agree. But
he had less than that in this game. He didn't have the one man on in the third or fourth inning. Like that's like if he had the one man on, maybe he gets taken out in the third. Like
Wheeler had a no going.
Yeah, but the fact was it was the biggest game of the kid's life. The first game. The second game, he already left with a lot of confidence that he was part of a huge win. He was ready for the moment.
He was awesome, dude.
Suarez, I don't even know if that was his biggest game starting. I think he came out of the bullpen last year and pitched like the 8th and 9th inning against like San Diego or maybe against Houston. Like he pitched
starting. He started last year. Suarez started last year.
Didn't he come out of the bullpen?
He may have later, but he was starting. He was starting games in the rotation last year. Yeah.
Okay.
Remember Syndergaard? So it was almost like, you know what that is? Oh fuck, that's right. This is almost like the Syndergaard thing from last year, where Syndergaard would pitch 3 innings and they would bring in the bullpen.
Yeah. And you're like, what do you do?
But this right now, this year, feels different. Like with that, like I feel like the rotation is a little more solid. Like your first,
the bullpen's much better.
Yeah, bullpen's better, right? These guys have more, like, I don't want to say established roles, but like, because I don't know what the fucking roles are from day one.
They have more arms.
Until the other day, the roles were pretty
solid.
Yeah, but I think that they just have more. They have more arms.
Dude,
they have more power pitchers and more arms this year.
Orion Kirkland is going to be their X factor. Like, it sounds stupid. It sounds crazy to say, dude. No one. So
I know nobody sees him, but they're not going to count on him.
They're going to bring him in spots where you're like, there's spots where you kind of need a boost, and he's going to get it to you. Like, he's going to give it to you. Like, I don't know.
I don't know if he's going to be in quite the high leverage.
I'm not saying he's not going to be your closer. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is he's going to. And they're not going to bring him in a high, intense situation.
No, they should start him.
But they're going to bring him in these spots where, like, he's just going to shut them down and completely kill rallies. He's going to you know what I mean? Like, he's going to completely, like,
he could. I mean, like, he could.
I'm not saying he's going to come in like Trevor Hoffman and just close the door and save for 3 games in the World Series
Right.
or anything like that.
But I mean, he's positioned himself to be next year's.
He might be, yeah.
You know,
I have no idea what he's going to do with that dude.
Yeah.
He's liable. He's liable to
he might let him
do
fucking close the game. Who
another
fucking knows?
another, Suarez for 4 innings and let him pitch the 5 and the 6.
John Vigg said the Phillies look like a focused team. Atlanta barely had any breaths. This team is is absolutely special. 8 more to go, baby. 8 more to go.
Deb brought up something.
Yeah, bring that up for sure.
Yeah, before we get it, Deb brought up something. So, we were watching the game, white knuckled, all kinds of excitement. You know, like we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this.
It was during the
8th inning.
Yeah.
During the 8th inning, the last out of the 8th inning, ground ball. Harper breaks towards to make the play. The pitcher breaks towards I forget who the hell was pitching? Soto, whatever. And the two of them are converging towards the bag. Neither one of them knows who to get it. Harper takes it, right? Takes first base, throws it. They got enough time to get Olsen, but he sticks his arm out because it's like awkward because he's not sure where he's supposed to be. He's not sure. Like he didn't get into position quick enough. So when he catches the ball, he sticks his arm out, his surgically repaired elbow, and Olsen knees the elbow. And Harper immediately grabs his elbow.
Yeah, it's scary.
And you're like, what the fuck? Like the air went out of that game in a hurry.
Things were going too good. We've had it too good for too long.
Exactly. We're just like, what are we going to do? Like, Harper's gone. We lost him.
Yeah, for a second.
And then the Phillies come up the next inning, and he's out getting x-rays and shit or something. And we're like, is that at the dugout? Like, what's going on here? Like, this is like, we may lose this game because, like, we're the players are devastated.
You know what? I seen him go down the steps, and like 30 seconds later, the game was so intense, I forgot all about it. And then he came back the next inning. I was like, oh, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, I was telling these guys, I'm like, I'm not worried about it right now. Just get the win. Just get the win. Just get the win.
We're work. Okay.
Like, we can't worry about what's going to happen. Like, was it done purposely? No, it was not done purposely. It was just a freak thing where his arm is kind of hanging out. And
he wasn't in position because he got there late and he was hanging over the back.
He was kind of like, it was almost like
his elbow was over the back.
Right. Yeah.
Through it.
Just, what happens. It's weird because like when it happened, I'm like, oh man, I hope that's just a funny bone. And then and
I looked at it and I'm like, but he hit him in the wrist. Like it's not the funny bone. And then I seen, I know. Yeah. After the replay, then I seen him hit him in the elbow and I'm like, okay, it could be.
And then
his face was not good.
When he
that looked bad.
When he started moving it and doing this, I'm like, okay, that's a kind of a good sign because it doesn't mean like he broke it. Like he's moving his arm, like it's not dangling, right? I mean, okay, maybe everything's okay. I immediately went to X. I went to X and I looked and I started looking at reporters. And it's like,
how would the reporters know that fast?
Well, it wasn't that fast. It was like in between. It was like during the bomb.
They're full of shit. That's why they make it up.
Dude, there was some doctor. Dude, the guy's a legit PhD, like verified, like all this shit. That is a such and such, otherwise known as a funny bone contusion. He's fine. And I'm like,
he was right.
I'm like, yeah, he was. But I'm like, who the fuck? Like, are you in the fucking locker room, dickhead? Like, don't fucking push shit out.
He seen him do this, and he's like, oh, he's fine.
Like he put out shit like that. But then reporters were like, word is it's just a funny bone. Word is he's fine. I'm like, okay.
But cool. Like, how would the reporters find out that?
They got inside. Like, there's people in the clubhouse. There's always someone, dude. Like,
I guess, yeah.
The insiders. Dude, especially now. Come on.
Where's he? I got these cheeseburgers. That's the reporters.
Yeah. Who knows? By the time he got down. Sorry.
No.
You got to put your headphones on.
I don't know where it is.
Jesus Christ.
It's not here. Everything's out of order now. I don't know. I got this.
How about get a little taste of Landon Dickerson coming right down
you
your
feeling
throat?
nauseous?
Feeling nauseous. I don't know where it is.
He's got the thing from what is it from the
It's from don't drink your juice.
while down in the hood and this and that and there's a guy. He's like, please, I got these cheeseburgers.
I got it here. Hold on. I got it here. It's under please, man. It's under the cheeseburgers. See this? It's not even under that. I don't know where it is. It's not here.
No,
You're fucked.
Yeah.
I got these cheeseburgers. I'll sell you.
Oh, here it is.
Please, man. I suck your dick.
Ew. So that's the reporters and the guys that are in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
With the cheeseburgers. I got these cheeseburgers. You want them? Like, no.
I mean, to be fair, guys,
To be fair.
we have like 80 pages of sound clips.
Joel thought it was the best thing in the world when he found one that it wasn't
not-
just 2 pages.
it's
Now
not-
he can't find anything.
It's not bad, but see what happens is the
What happened was
the buttons. If you hit the wrong thing, they go out of order.
The thing is,
And I had to go back eventually and like put them back in alphabetical order. Like I don't know why they jump like that, but it sucks.
I speak a little French. You're an ass bite. Pardon my French.
Sure am. All right. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Well, not a ton. We got the Eagles.
Arizona.
Yes, thank you. That's what I was going to get at.
Arizona is I don't know what the fuck they are. I don't know anything.
I don't
about
know
them.
anything about Arizona. Do you? Does anybody?
They finished about 8 games below the Phillies.
They're dangerous.
They're dangerous. They got hot down the stretch.
They're a team that's been like a roller coaster. Their highs have been really high. That's all I know about them. It's like they've gone on like 15-game winning streaks and then 12-game losing streaks.
Right. Yeah. I got to be honest. I'm not. We just beat the best team in baseball, in my opinion. Right. You have home field advantage against the Diamondbacks.
It almost looks too good to be true.
It almost does, but there is.
Well, I like our position and theirs.
Well, yeah.
But then are we feeling like the Braves fans did with us coming into? Although
They swept the Dodgers.
they did, the Dodgers. Dude, Kershaw, what the fuck? What happened to him?
Yeah.
He can't pitch in the postseason. He had
He's another one.
He had one good postseason in his career. And how many times have they made it? They've made it almost every year.
They're like the
been in
Braves.
He's made it almost every year he's been in the league.
Well, whatever the case is, you can't have shit that went on in Monday night's game happen again, period. In any game with the errors, right?
No.
You know, all right, Turner's one was bad. The other one skipped off the rub.
That one when it
Yeah.
bounced up. Oh, when they
Yeah,
scored the
that's-
first run. Oh, yeah.
But that shit can't happen. Right?
The thing with Arizona, so Acuna obviously has a ton of speed, right? Like so they have Corbin Carroll, rookie, right? Dude's hitting 412 in the playoffs. Like he's all over the place. He had a great regular season. He's a fantastic player. He's probably the one offensive guy that you really have to worry about. Is he a bigger threat than what Acuna was? Look, here's the only difference, though. I think that this team, as great as Atlanta was offensively, this team is playing with such a team aspect. It reminds me of us last year,
Right.
where like they're playing with, they feel like they're playing with house money at
Right.
this point, and they're coming in highly confident. Now,
Phillies are too.
Phillies are too. They're elite. They don't hit for a ton of homers right now in the postseason. Their catcher Gabriel Moreno has 3 home runs in the postseason, and the most RBIs was 6. They have Christian Walker, speedster. He's another speedster, top of the lineup there. And then of course you got the freaking pitcher Zach Gallen, he's fantastic. He's phenomenal. And
Is he going to win Cy Young?
he's right there.
Him and Spencer, I guess.
Strider, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like we beat Strider twice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, But we also have a history with Strider too. I mean, I
but the history's bad with Strider.
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. We don't have a history with this guy.
Yeah,
as much of a history.
Yeah, but Strider wasn't. He didn't look over. I don't know. It's hard to say. He threw up some fat pitches, man. His ball wasn't moving.
Yeah,
like it has to at 100.
But he still had a lot of strikeouts. I mean, he still pitched. I mean, I don't know how
he's in a lot of trouble. A lot of people did damage to him.
Yeah,
and it could have been a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, he buckled down, give him credit, and he certainly was in the last game. You certainly can't fault him for. Well, yeah, I guess you can, but whatever.
He gave up 2 runs. I mean, you should win. You gave up 2 runs in 6 innings. You should win that game.
Yes. That's how I see it.
In the postseason, I'm just going to run down their lineup real quick and give you their averages.
Okay.
Because they've been hitting the shit out of the ball. So Carroll, who I just talked about, 300, batting 300 in the playoffs right now. Marte, 357. Tommy Pham, 429. Christian Walker, 222. He's in their cleanup spot. Not that impressive. Marino, who I just talked about, is leading the team in home runs, 273. Gurriel Jr., 308. Thomas is center fielder, 273. Evan Longoria, he's going to try to get his revenge from the 08 World Series.
He's still playing?
Still playing.
Jesus.
He's batting 200. So they've been pretty consistent.
Who'd they beat in the wild card?
They
Brewers.
beat the Brewers, yeah, who were another hot team coming in. Seth, people were worried about the
two
Brewers
hot
too.
teams. Man.
Yeah, it is.
It's
going to be a series.
I'm going to go with experience. I'm going with experience, and I'm going with home field advantage, and the Phillies have both.
I feel better about this series. We predicted it before the series. I said the Phillies lose I think I said Phillies lose in 5.
No, I said they would win the 5, right?
Right.
Yeah.
2
of us had them losing, 2 of us had them winning, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I think Gary had them winning and Ryan had them losing.
That sounds.
I couldn't see them losing to Atlanta. Atlanta's just.
So you liking them this
when
series?
I see Atlanta, I see Dallas. I don't know how it's going to happen.
But they're going
to be great watching.
They're going to implode, right?
It's going to be something different every time, and it's going to be magnificent.
Yeah, they're just going to implode. You know it's going to happen. Just waiting for it.
It's
beautiful.
It's just the storyline.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yep.
I mean, he's not
wrong.
No, he's not wrong. The only
and I do enjoy it every time.
Oh yeah.
Especially that fraud fan base.
That fraud fan base and that chop. I
hate the damn chop.
I hate that.
That's why I hate the Seminoles. You wonder why I hate Florida State? It's that fucking chop.
And now I got live audio.
They beat Miami again this year.
Probably. Did they? You sure?
I got live
somebody beat Miami.
Live audio of the chop now. The fans doing the chop now. There it is right there.
To this day, Mike still doesn't know whether I'm a Florida State fan or a Florida fan.
No, I like Florida. You're a Florida State fan. You've always, because you like Bowden.
Nonsense. You have no idea. You're still.
No, because I don't mind Florida. I like
a,
the Gators. I didn't mind the Gators.
You're still reaching for a glimmer of.
Yes, that's what you are. You are the motherfucking Antichrist.
Fucking with them. I love it. That's awesome.
That was our only rivalry. We usually kind of agreed on everything, but that was our rivalry.
That's awesome.
Speaking of rivalry,
for years, and they played
because they were in the ACC.
Every year they played both of them, and I'm like, every time it would come up, I'm like, nah, Mike, I'm a Florida State fan, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then when they,
I'm like, nah, Mike, you didn't understand. I'm a Florida fan.
Whatever. Speaking of rivalries, we got to play each other in fantasy this week.
Oh, that's gonna be.
And I usually whoop his ass, so he's looking for revenge. He's talking trash. He picked up some Chicago running back. He's like, "Oh, I got my running back too." I'm like, "He plays for
fantasy?
Chicago."
Nobody gives a fuck about fantasy.
Raise your glasses for a second, real quick. Dave Peterson has to go. He has a travel day tomorrow. He has a celebration of life get together with for his wife, and it would have been their 40th.
40th.
So,
oh man,
Dave,
salute.
Salute, brother. Our thoughts are with you, dude. All right, Dave. Enjoy the best you can, because you should enjoy that.
It is a. He said it's a celebration. It's a
Celebration of life, so
celebration.
enjoy it.
So yeah.
Remember her and your best, and share the best stories, and have good, safe travels, dude. All right. So best of luck to you, man. We're thinking of you, brother. Damn. Hey, you know, it's been good because like Dave said to us, you know, well, he just said it. You know, I guess we can say it. His wife passed a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he was tuned in like a couple days later to the show.
Yeah.
I'm like,
we were kind of his
he's
outlet.
like, you're my distraction. Like, you're my distraction. You give me laughs. I need to forget about this right now. Like, I can't. I need a couple hours away. And I'm like, man, dude, like,
I hear you, but like this is our distraction too.
Yeah, and exactly right. It's kind of a couple hours away from the
fucking life,
the craziness of everything.
I mean, before we did this, we went out for Monday Night Football. This legit is our support group.
Yeah, pretty much. And now we got more people that listen in to our support group.
We're their support
We're their support group. We're their support group too. Yeah. Yeah.
At least they could say these assholes.
Yeah, right. Are they really playing this game? What is this?
Yes.
Why am I listening to this shit? This is terrible. All right, so why don't we do predictions real quick?
Predictions? Okay.
Yeah. It's too late, Mike. You already heard it.
I only heard a little bit. I'm just mad because last week you had to like pull it up, and I was able to.
You can see it. Yeah.
I didn't hear it. Play it again.
I still got my headphones off.
The best is the slap on the ass at the end.
I still haven't heard.
John.
So you asshole! I thought it was his prediction on Atlanta.
So John, here's the best part. So that was the last clip of the game. Obviously, you it's not weightlifting. Like, I made it so fucking obvious. He was so, you fucking asshole.
And it was so long. It was like every other clip was at least like 5 seconds. I'm like, okay, I know what this is. 3 seconds in, I'm fucking done. I gave your answer. I don't want to listen anymore.
Gay porn, and then fucking headphones come off.
This is the best part. Wait for it.
Wait. That's when Ryan literally, I never heard him laugh so hard in my life. I've never heard him laugh so hard. And I've never listened to I haven't listened to our show back that often. Like, once in a blue moon, I'll be like, all right, let me listen to. I listened to that segment 5 times, and I had streams of tears come in my eyes, laughing so hard. I played it for people at work, like they were laughing, like, what the fuck? Like, I gotta tune in, you idiots! Like, this is awesome. Yeah, Polsky today listened to it at work.
Finally,
He said his stomach was killing him from laughing so hard. He goes, he's like, you guys are.
Oh, now you want to listen to it?
All right. So after the show, let's play that segment. All right, for him to hear it. All right. Anyway, all right. So predictions, because let's do Eagles real quick while you were drunk, and then yeah. I don't want to make this an all-nighter tonight. I mean, at least on air. So
you can do it on the mic. That's appropriate.
Predictions for this series: Arizona, Phillies. Zach Wheeler's going game 1 on Monday night.
Smell it.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
No, fucking leave it in the microphone for Gary.
Actually, it's probably true.
It's true. Like Stan with you.
Yeah, it's true.
So
what do you got?
Predictions? Phillies in 6. They'll be home. There's 3 games. It's 2-3-2. Yeah. Phillies in 6.
Yeah, 2-3-2.
He's looking at me. Are you going to address me? Or
no? Your prediction, John.
What's the data? Who's pitching?
Zach Wheeler's game 1.
Wheeler, Nola.
Yeah, Wheeler, Nola.
They're lined up.
Yeah, Wheeler, Nola, Suarez.
Are they really just going to do 3 pitchers?
No, they got to go 4.
They got to go 7.
They're going to have to go
games.
In this series.
They're going to go 4.
Yeah, in this series, they have to go 4. Unless there's a rain out. But yeah, I mean, right? Yeah, it's going to be.
Who's the fourth pitcher?
Walker, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, who's there? It's going to be Gallon. It's going to be Gallon against Wheeler.
That's going to be masterful.
That's going to be fucking crazy.
Dude, I'll tell you what.
Phil's
Like,
a favorite, by the way.
Sorry, I'm going Wheeler. Wheeler against anybody. I'm going Wheeler.
Why not? It's going to be dialed in, man.
Dude, Gallon's from the area. Gallon has a lot of family members here and stuff. Yeah, I'm sorry. 45,000 are going to outweigh your family.
They're going to be
yeah,
murdered.
Yeah.
They better.
And you're in the NLCS now. Like
Yeah.
it's only amped up even more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Mike, I'm gonna go with you while your pop's thinking about it. Yeah, I'm going 6 as well. I've been tinkering with 5. I'm like, nah, like they're not gonna beat 5. Like they might.
Right.
But
You know, I
I'm
think
gonna give them the bet. I'm gonna say
either,
they win one here.
I think Wheeler wins. I think either Nola or Suarez has like a clunker, and they lose one of those games.
I don't want to say a clunker, but it's just gonna be like a weird. Yeah, I'm gonna go 6. Phillies and 6. Yeah.
Which means that Wheeler probably pitches game 5.
5,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
which is that's home again, right?
No, because it's a 2-3-2 suit.
2-3. Oh,
That's why I went 6. I think they win it.
Yeah.
Home.
Yeah.
Nola probably pitches game 6. So Wheeler wins, Nola loses, Suarez wins, Wheeler wins,
And then Walker.
or no, yeah,
Walker
Walker
hasn't pitched in 3 fucking weeks.
Walker
Oh man,
loses,
Yeah.
Wheeler wins, and then Nola closes it out.
You know what they might do? Lorenzen might be your starter, and that might be a bullpen game. Lorenzen gives you 3, and they go bullpen heavy.
You think that you like Lorenzen better than Walker,
They don't.
or the other guy?
Lorenzen's pitched. Walker hasn't pitched, man. Walker hasn't pitched in 2 weeks.
Well, on the mound. I mean, I'm sure he's.
Oh man, Booch bomb.
The kid starts.
Yeah, put Kirkland in. Bucci, fuck yeah, Phils. Let's fucking go,
Nice.
dude. What a man.
I'll give my prediction 7.
Oh, you think it
goes?
goes? Oh, Jesus Christ!
Booch.
7. Who's pitching 7?
Booch, who wins? Phillies
Suarez
or
is
Diamondbacks?
Suarez might be pitching game 7.
Why not, man? I'll put the ball in his hand.
I mean,
He's earned it.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh man, 7.
I don't know how.
What the
Plays
fuck,
out.
man? You're gonna put us through 7
I'm just-
games?
Yeah, oh man.
I can't fucking
Hey.
take that.
No, I can't.
You know-
I don't think
You
he
know
goes
our motto: the tougher, the better.
I don't think he goes. I don't think he goes. Oh Christ. Yeah, I don't know.
That's your grandpa.
I don't
Yeah.
think I don't think I can. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it.
You're gonna have to.
Yeah, I know. I don't have a choice, right? That's,
I'll get
Well,
fucking divorced, probably.
God bless our livers and our sleep deprivation over the last couple of weeks because we're not gonna have anything. We're not gonna have
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
This game start at
Yeah.
9, right?
No, it'll
Yeah,
still be
it'll still be
8.
8,
But yeah, last night's game didn't finish till 11:30. I went to bed at 1. I only had a 4-hour day today, so I was like, I'll be all right. I was beat, man. I was amped up on adrenaline, but I
Yeah.
was beat. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I took the melatonin gummies to get to sleep last night.
Oh, there you go. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, we talked about the bullpen. We talked about Turner and Nick. We talked about Rojas's catch. We talked about everything. So I
I
want
don't
to
think we
I
actually
missed
talked about
Rojas'
Rojas's catch.
catch.
We didn't talk about
Oh, we didn't
Rojas's
talk
catch.
Oh yeah, that was-
Rojas made a catch.
I got something to say. That was great.
yeah. I just want
Yeah,
to
that
talk.
was-
That was the base loaded
yes.
thing of it. Acuna up, man. He drove it. So he hits that ball. Bases jammed, obviously. He hits that ball, and
I'm like, it's in the yard. We're catching it, and then it was like,
why is he still running? Like I'm watching the angle of the ball. The perfect camera angle. You
Yeah.
can see the ball in the air, and I'm like, oh, they got this. I'm like, oh wait, Rojas isn't there yet. What is going on here?
Oh, they talked about that. They
Yeah.
talked. Who was it? The after crew talked about that corner of the park and
Mhm.
how fucked.
That's
up
where
it is.
the inside of Parker's happened. That's where triples
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
Right off that State Farm sign and out in that corner.
Yeah, because and they said guys can't communicate
because they can't hear
it's
each
so
other.
loud.
Yeah.
Right. You've seen the same thing.
Yeah.
But he made that little leap. So there's video of a fan who's holding his cell phone when it's hit. When it happened, see if I can find it.
Oh,
Robert.
no shit.
And you
Oh,
can
it
hear.
it looked
you
like
can
it
hear-
was coming right at him.
You can hear how quiet it gets, and then the fans just absolutely lose their shit.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, I gotta see if I can find it, but
yeah, I guess
Like
it was a-
literally holding their breath. Like,
yeah.
Well, you've seen them fans. They had shots of the fans all night. They looked as bad as we did.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
worse.
That was just absolutely.
I don't know how the fucking players do it.
I don't know
Like,
why
we're-
why was I so worried? That team sucked.
Oh, you say that now.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
nah, I get.
Yeah.
So much
It's
for
complicated.
so much
Yeah,
for the
really.
Flyers prediction this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could wait.
Well,
Are we getting into it?
you can do it real quick.
I don't really have a whole lot to say about it, but okay.
I was just gonna go through the roster. I mean, I look, I'm glad they won.
Yeah, they played last night, by the way. First game.
Yeah, I heard.
All right, so I got it here.
I can't do the Flyers till December.
Yeah,
So
I
it
know.
gets cold.
So I got the audio here. So this is Rojas's catch, bases loaded. All right. This is the actual scene at. Man, that's before. Hold on. Here we go. He hits it.
Wow, that's awesome.
All you hear is, oh shit,
Here it goes again. Let's play it again.
the one guy dialed
Here you go,
in.
here you go.
right?
Now they're all just. Oh my
Dude,
god.
he was close to that fucking fence. Man.
Yeah.
There was one guy in the very beginning, right off the bat.
That said,
He was
"Oh,
like,
shit."
oh shit.
Yeah. Dude, it got so quiet.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right, so the Flyers, real quick. Flyers won last night, in case anyone gave a fuck. But they did.
Why
They
did
won.
you look at me, man?
No, I'm just saying, no one cares.
Yeah, no, I mean they were.
There's not a lot of expectation.
There's
No,
not.
they're actually the betting them and
Yeah,
one other
we heard.
team are
Yeah.
the worst.
Three teams are all the same.
Three. Is it like that are like 500 to 1 or something?
Oh Jesus!
I don't know if it's 500. It
To
doesn't
what?
matter.
To win the cup?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they're the worst odds of all teams to win the cup.
So they win last night, and they
So they
brought-
made me now they move up.
they brought out the dog masks after the win last night.
Who did? The Flyers?
Couturier.
Game 1?
Brought
You
out,
in one game?
Yep. Brought out a dog mask and put it on in the locker room.
Too soon?
Too soon. I'm gonna say too soon. So I just want to go through the roster real quick. Here's who made the team. Let me know if you haven't. Just say no
Okay.
when I say you haven't heard of them. All right.
I'm not good at the hockey as it
Cam
is.
Atkinson,
Okay. I've heard.
Bobby Brink,
No.
Noah Cates,
No.
Sean Couturier,
Yes.
Nicholas
That would
DeSauliers,
sounds like a woman.
No.
Joel Farabee,
Okay. Yeah.
Tyson Forrester.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Forrester's. Yeah. Morgan Frost,
Okay. Yeah.
Garnett Hathaway,
Ann's brother?
Travis Konechny, Scott
Okay.
Lawton,
Okay.
Ryan Pullen,
No.
Owen Tippett.
Yeah. He's supposed to be like,
He's gonna be good.
yeah.
Defenseman, Emil Andre,
No.
Travis Sanheim,
Yes.
Nick Seeler,
No.
Mark Stahl,
Yeah. Isn't he like the old guy?
yeah,
Okay.
Sean Walker,
No.
Cam York,
Yeah. He's another kind of older guy.
Igor Zamula. Cam York's not an older guy, but the fucking who the fuck
Sounds
is
like somebody from Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Igor Zamula? What the fuck is that defense?
Yeah.
I mean, Sealer was actually good for them last year. Like Emil Andre, I don't know, man. Like I don't know. So goalie Samuel Erison,
And they traded Provorov, right?
Erison and
Why
Hart
did they?
and
That,
Felix
that was such a
Sandstrom.
weird deal. They didn't get a whole lot in return either, right?
No, they really didn't. So
Well, they're rebuilding.
They got
They're
3.
rebuilding around the coach.
Yeah, I get it, but
They're-
Provorov was supposed to be like unless he wasn't a one of the coach's guys.
They're carrying 3 goalies on the roster.
Yeah, usually only carry 2,
Urson,
right?
Hart, and Sandstrom.
Mhm.
Felix Sandstrom. And then injured reserve is Ryan Ellis and Ristabladen, as Ryan calls him. Ramirez.
They're still both hurt.
Ristolainen. Yeah, dude. They're not playing again. They're cashing in their check. They don't care. Both those guys.
Those guys were both big signings that never even play, and they're not even going to bother trying.
No. Why would you? Ellis has been a fucking waste. That what a waste of a signing that was. That dude, and his career might be done. I don't know. Like that dude, he was so good. When they signed him at the time, you're like, oh, okay, cool. Partner him up with, I don't know, Provorov or whoever.
I remember.
It just never played. He might go down in the Andrew Bynum fucking book as far as being a waste.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. So
Ristoflavin's the same thing.
Ristoflavin. So we're all kind of in the same boat, right? Like they're not making the playoffs, are they? Are they making the playoffs? You don't think so? Now with that, you sure with that roster?
You know
who's
what?
going to score for that fucking team? Lawton.
A fucking team would take the first 2 months and be like 1 game out of the division and just fall apart every year. And I never understood it. And it's hard to deal.
Yeah, I mean it's. You know what? It's interesting because they've started out strong the last few years, and it's been interesting because all that ended up doing was fucking them when in the draft to actually get like a number 1 pick to actually rebuild. They've been good enough in the beginning of the year to screw themselves out of being able to rebuild.
They did that last year.
They were really good.
They did that last year.
They did it the year before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were on fire.
And by the way, Connor Bedard, his first NHL game.
Oh no!
Scored a goal.
Yeah.
Yep. That dude's gonna be a stud.
Yeah.
Absolute freaking stud.
All right, Eagles.
All right. Well, while you were drunk, and then Eagles.
Hold on.
All
We
right.
got to do while you were drunk.
While you were drunk.
I am not drunk, man. You're trying to make me drunk.
It's time to catch up on some things you may have missed.
Do you think a 6-pack is acceptable?
While you were drunk.
I'm drunk and I love cats. What more do you need to know?
All right. While you were drunk, here we go. Look at John's listening clearly. What the fuck? What is this?
No one knows.
Speaking of hockey, Barry Melrose has left the media as he is dealing with Parkinson's disease.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So Barry Melrose has stepped down. Yeah, I'm assuming he's probably not returning at that point. You're not gonna,
Maybe he'll be on a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode. It's Parkinson's.
He could be.
I never seen the show, but I only seen the Michael J. Fox episodes.
Dude, it's Parkinson's. It's Parkinson's.
Have you ever watched Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Curb is
Maybe 4 or 5 times.
dude. I'm telling you, like,
That was the original uncomfortable fucking.
like I'm telling you that. Like I know everyone loves Seinfeld. It's Seinfeld, but rated R. Like it's the same thing, but rated R. It's oh my god.
Oh no, that's much worse. That's so cringeworthy. It's like
It's so, because George Costanza was based off his life, right? It's him. It's him as George Costanza. Yeah,
right.
it's his real. Yeah, so it's his own situations he was in. He's, well, there was this one thing. Like Larry David's fucking mind must be a guy. It's a monkey banging cymbals, like like Jesus. But anyway, speaking of monkeys banging cymbals in their heads, get where, Barry. All right, so Miles.
The fuck?
Miles Bridges.
get better.
Get better. Get better.
That's what you meant to say.
That's it. Get better.
Dick.
Miles Bridges had some words.
I'll use small words that you'll be sure to understand, you warthog-faced buffoon.
And then he was faced with another warrant for violation of his previous domestic abuse order. Miles Bridges turned himself in. The Charlotte Hornets star.
Jesus.
Is now going to be arrested again. Dude, he's not going to play this year. So he was already under an order. I think he was eligible to play this year.
Right.
And then he fucked up. He fucked up again. And turned himself in. And today, actually, he turned himself in. Yeah, dude.
He's got a problem.
Yeah, he's got a problem. Yeah, it's apparently hitting people that are weaker than you. Speaking of kind of, not hitting people while you're weaker than you, but, basically being a tyrant, the Arizona Cardinals owner has been accused of creating a workplace of absolute fear. So,
Jesus, I can't stand this anymore.
A survey came out where a lot of the female employees of the Arizona Cardinals basically said that the owner is mistreats them, completely mistreats them, makes it a very uncomfortable work environment. They're fear they're going to lose their jobs every day. Apparently, he's kind of a mongrel. Basically, if a woman, I don't like the way you laugh. I don't like the tone of your voice. You talk too loud. Your heels make too much noise. You're not as strong as a man. Saying shit like that. So Arizona's got some problems, and they got a weirdo coach. So good luck with that.
Yeah. We've talked about it. The people with money sometimes don't have personality and
you know what?
No, man,
you know what's so
they
great?
got people skills,
you know
man.
What's so great?
I have people skills.
Well, we had two of them for a long time, and they really, really benefited the Eagles. We had Dan Snyder, and we still can count on Jerry Jones.
I have
these guys, fucking morons, masquerading as rich people, and they are rich. I'll give them
but
that.
they don't have social skills. They don't have social skills.
They shouldn't be leaders.
No.
That's the point.
I have audio from the Arizona front office,
and I don't know what's going on with the Giants, but they've been the worst in the division. So
Well, that's
So here's some audio from the Arizona Cardinals front office.
Here we go.
Just toss the panties.
No.
I mean, I thought.
See, what do you take? You got to leave the headphones on.
My ears are hot.
Just toss the panties.
That's all. That's all.
Just first fucking time.
Just so John can hear it. At least he talks in the mic, though.
This is true.
Gary's just nasty.
Gary would have called an Uber by now. Or been sleeping on this couch over here.
I'm getting there.
This is what you get. Gary, talking like, fuck you. Oh, it's my fault. It's my fault.
Why is everybody picking on me?
It's my fault that no one can fucking hear you. It's my fault. Because you've been on the show for 5 years. You cock. You fucking.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
All right, last while you're junk story, and we'll talk about the Eagles and then do our picks and then call it a show. This is cool. This is really fucking cool. The Rolling Stones have a new album coming out. It's called Hackney Diamonds. It's coming out October 20th.
Whose grave did they dig up to actually still play music?
Those guys had the best doctor.
Dude, their new songs actually.
Really?
It's really good, actually. It's actually pretty good.
They fucking tracked down the Fountain of Youth.
Yeah. So I don't know who's playing drums because he died. Charlie Watts died.
Oh, finally somebody died from the Rolling Stones?
Yeah, Charlie Watts died.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Dude,
we do this every show. We're like, who was it?
They couldn't electrocute the
Betty
Watts.
White died?
Yeah. But here's the crazy.
Pat Sajak died? No, he's still alive. Oh.
Wait, Bob Barker.
Like the fantasy draft.
Yeah.
There was some dude in the background, by the way, at the Phillies game yesterday. I was like, that's fucking Bob Barker. it took Quinn a second. She's like, wait, he's fucking dead. What are we talking about? It took her a second.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, yeah, that's right.
You're an asshole.
You know who I didn't know who died, and I discovered that yesterday? Joel Schumacher. I didn't know he died.
Who?
The director, the Pelican Brief.
Oh, no shit.
And Batman Forever, which is fucking terrible.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. The Client.
Yeah, the Firm, the Client,
The Firm,
all
the
that.
Client.
Yeah, the Josh Grisham theory.
Yeah, the Firm, the Client, the Warts.
Now Grisham might know.
Yeah, he did all the Grisham books. So the Rolling Stones are releasing an album called Hackney Diamonds. This is pretty cool. They partnered up with Major League Baseball. They pressed their vinyls for all 32 Major League Baseball teams. So if you went out and said, I want to get it's a money grab, but it's cool. I saw a picture of it. The Phillies, it's the tongue, but the upper lip says PHI, and then the bottom is like the Phillies emblem, and the vinyl album has the Phillies emblem on it with it's white with red. It's pretty cool. So like any team, whatever, you can go out and buy it.
Right.
If you want to be a loser and buy the Braves album, go ahead.
LP? Really?
Yeah. I know, right? It's pretty cool though. Like I don't know.
It is cool. I mean, it's a marketing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Rolling
Stones have always known how to market.
Nobody can money grab like.
Oh yeah.
Well, Kiss.
Oh, fucking Kiss.
Just on a different level.
I don't like you jerk off face.
Yeah,
I don't like you jerk off behavior, and I don't like you jerk off.
All right, let's talk about the Eagles.
It's gone.
Finally.
Yeah, I'll do honey. Yeah. So Birds are 5-0. Sean and I were at the Sean and I were at the Darren Dalton Foundation. It had ended, but we hung out at the Eagles game at the bar because the Eagles game was starting, and where else were we going to go? What were we going to do? I'll tell you, I don't know about you. I didn't get a chance to really pay as close attention to the game.
I was in on the big plays. I was in on, because dude,
and I might have been because I was drinking since like 12:30 too.
Well, same here, and I was distracted.
Yes.
A little chocolate thunder going on.
What?
I was also feeling pretty good for a while, and I stopped drinking at halftime because I was like, I gotta stop because I gotta drive an hour.
Right.
So I did stop, but
maybe I didn't stop. I don't know.
Yeah.
So since you guys didn't pay attention, let me tell you what the fuck happened there.
Yeah. Okay.
They were lucky.
Yeah.
They were fucking lucky that Stafford was harassed, and that's good for the defense because the line did get in his face. But in the second half, they had two wide open, semi-wide open, big play. And that game was 7 points at that point.
Okay. Thank God
he overthrew Cup once, and I think
I did see it. Yeah. Down the right sideline. Yeah. That was big.
There was one on the left too, man.
Okay.
It was a good 35-yard play, and he might have went.
Cup was wide open. Cup was strides away, beyond the cornerback, and it was overthrown by a couple yards.
Yeah. The one play that I really remember, the guy was open. He had about, I guess I'd call it like 2 yards, 2.5 yards, which is a lot in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
But the pass had to be on the line, because the sideline was coming into play, and he just missed him. Mm-hmm. He overthrew him. It would have been a big play. And again, we're talking about a 7-point game, really. So this team isn't where they need to be. They're progressing slowly. They're lucky in their fucking schedule, but they better get their shit together soon.
Jalen Carter had a huge day, right?
He's been big all year.
They're missing him this week.
I know.
He's out.
He is out.
He's out this week.
And Slay's even bigger because
Slay's out too. Yeah.
Yeah, they're.
What are they gonna do? Roby?
Wow.
What are they gonna do? I mean, I guess Bradbury's gonna be.
Fucking cares, dude. It's fucking Zach Wilson.
Bradbury
doesn't
on.
matter. I'm talking long term.
Well, yeah.
And even you could get beat by. Hey, it's the NFL. They're all.
Well, any given
right.
Sunday, I get it.
Dude, you can't lose to the fucking
They're not losing to the Jets.
Probably not.
Although the Jets won fucking week 2, no one expected that.
Well, it was week 1, wasn't it? Against Buffalo Monday night. Sunday night.
Was it? Did they win that game when Aaron Rodgers went out?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, so that was it. That was the only win.
Yeah.
Oh Christ. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, what a sad disappointment that team became.
Dude, 2 plays.
I know. What a fucked up deal.
But Jalen Carter has been a major impact. That's gonna be a little bit of a loss. I mean, it's gonna suck.
What's his problem?
Yeah, what happened to him?
Back or something? I saw it earlier.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. It seems.
No, he hadn't practiced. He hadn't practiced this week, so there was a thought that he wasn't going to be playing.
Yeah,
but they get Fletcher Cox.
Slay's even worse, man.
Yeah, because they get Fletcher Cox back.
They're already down.
Yeah, Roby. It seems like they at least kind of got somebody that they feel could build.
Carter has an ankle issue in Slay's knee.
Slay's a knee.
Yeah, and Justin Evans is probably going to be on the IR, the safety.
Oh wow!
And Quez Watkins is going to be out too.
Yeah, well, Quez Watkins doesn't bother me as much.
That's a shame, man. That kid looked promising for a while.
Who, Quez Watkins?
For a moment.
Well, he's fast. That's about the only promising thing that I've seen with him.
Well,
Yeah, Carter hurt his ankle during practice on Wednesday.
Fuck.
Who?
Carter. But Sirianni said it's not a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, well, Slay is the one I'm concerned with because
a knee
we're already down. You can rotate more people into Carter's position
with Fletcher Cox coming back. Yeah.
And the fact is
Yeah,
that Carter's been monster for the run, and we're going to miss him, and it's going to make the game more difficult. But we still should win this game without. But Carter needs to be back.
Well, I mean, this game.
Slay needs to be back.
This game's a game for the ends, right? Like Hassan Reddick, do something. Get involved. Josh Sweat. Let's see you get after the quarterback this week. Zach Wilson is to be had. He's like a fucking steak sitting on a plate with blood streaming out of it.
And they lost their best. They're a bad offensive line got much worse when they lost their best player.
Yeah, their offensive line's a disgrace. Yeah, they do run I formation. Which is, and
strange.
they're gonna run it often.
They're gonna run Breece Hall. Yeah.
But the Eagles,
they're good against the run, even without Jalen.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
Yeah.
What's his face?
Garrett Wilson's not having a great year.
Last year's
you don't have a quarterback.
Last year's number 1. The other big guy, number 90.
It's Quentin Williams or
no, the other big lineman we got, the defensive tackle last year.
You're talking
Georgia.
Yeah, the Georgia guy.
Georgia, yeah. Why am I
He's
fucking
a monster?
We're all blanking his
Smith,
fucking name.
right? No,
it's Nolan Smith's also from Georgia, but no. Jordan Davis.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jordan Davis in the middle there.
Rescuing us.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Somehow.
Jesus.
I threw you guys a fucking.
That's because he.
You know what I did? I was on the Titanic. I threw you guys the fucking lifeline. None of you took it. I jumped in myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck you guys.
Captain should get down with his fucking ship, asshole.
Yeah, but I tried to help you out. The fuck. Jordan Davis might have a decent day.
Yeah, I think so.
Jordan Davis has been excellent this year.
Yeah.
Carter's getting the thing because he's a rookie and he was But Jordan Davis has fucking stepped up this year.
Yeah.
And I expect him to do it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they get Fletcher Cox back this year or this week. So Jordan Davis is out, but Fletcher Cox is back.
Yeah, they get some Cox back.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Yeah, I look. I don't think we've been going.
Their defense, the Jets' defense is legit.
It is.
I've heard different.
But they're going against best offensive line in football. I
Sauce Gardner can only cover either AJ Brown or Devontae Smith.
AJ
AJ Brown might have a
beat
tough
up,
game.
too. Yeah.
Speaking of the two of them, Devontae and AJ, right? So
This could be a
I've been trying to get him on the air. Bobby Taylor was on with 94.1 today. Yeah. Bobby Taylor was on with 94.1, and he was asked, who if you're a cornerback, who's tougher to cover? Devontae, AJ Brown. And he said, did you like that? I like that? Yeah. He said something along the lines of, well, I always liked, you're good, you can take that. No, well, right there. He said, I always liked lining up against the bigger physical receivers because I felt that like I could keep up with them. I can make plays on them.
Okay. Well, Bobby Taylor's a bigger corner.
Yes, and that's what he said. Because I was a bigger guy, I like that. The smaller guys are squirrelier, and it's harder to kind of keep track of where they're going.
Yeah.
He's like some say Devontae's a tougher guy.
Right.
I think it's kind of interesting because Devontae and the thing is Devontae does a lot more motion and he's all over the place. That kind of thing. So
it's a good 1-2 punch.
With
you got
that,
a little bit more.
Yeah. With that being said, like Sauce Gardner obviously is very physical corner, very talented, very athletic corner. Yeah. Who does he go to? Who does Sauce Gardner go cover?
If he's bigger, physical, he's going to go after
AJ Brown, right?
Yeah.
So Devontae could.
I think it's his Devontae day.
I like it's a Devontae day. I like that. I might. I gotta stop. Looking at the Devontae bets for Sunday. No pale ale. Nah, not a fan. You think it's turned? Nah. It tastes like pale ale to me. I think you haven't had it in a while, and you forget what it tastes like.
But whatever.
Maybe I don't know.
I know beer.
Seems like it's pale ale to me. I'll shut the bottle, but
enjoy.
All right. I'll let you know.
Now that you know what you know.
I'll let you know how I feel tomorrow.
He's a snob now. Total beer snob.
Yeah, but you know what though? When I first got my first sip of that, I was like, whew.
With the pale ale?
Yeah.
You were right the first time.
Yeah.
When I walked in, he said that.
Yeah. It was like, whew. Yeah.
And that's what I did when I had my first sip of that. Yeah. And I tried it again. And I tried it again. And I'm like, it's bad beer.
Something's wrong. Yeah. Shut the bottle.
Predictions on the game?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. All right, so
easy. Christ.
Yeah, I mean, the Eagles win. I mean, it's not about like whether they win or lose. It's more along the lines.
Are we overconfident? Because I hope the Eagles aren't that overconfident. You know what I'm saying? You can't be because they're still an NFL team, man. I know.
Well, somebody said a trap game.
Could be a trap game. Could be. I don't think the Eagles score a ton. But I don't think the Jets score. I'm going to go 20-14.
We'll go 23-13 Eagles. 23-13 Eagles, yeah.
30-10.
30-10.
Oh shit! Yeah, you think the Eagles roll?
I don't think the Jets are very good.
Okay.
You don't like their defense?
I don't think they're as good of a defense as they started the year.
Okay. I hope so. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I hope so. We all picked them to win, which is, obviously great.
Gary would have picked him to lose because he's a fucking curmudgeon right now.
Yeah. Nah, he would. Nah.
Well, let me put it this way. That's the score that should be. But,
yeah.
But
you know what? I mean, it's weird because
they've not made it easy all year.
Yeah, but you know what? You're bitching, and I get it, but they're 5-0.
Now it's not that. I understand why it's been struggle. They have two new coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take time. They're just fortunate.
So
they're fortunate in their schedule.
From what I heard last week,
it does get crazy.
You know, they ruled like they ran the ball. Obviously, Hurts had over 300 yards passing, but again, the red zone was an issue, right? So that's been the issue all year.
Yeah,
except for when you get within the 5 and under because you're not stopping tush push,
right?
Which I can't. I'm so
love
tired.
the tush push.
I'm so tired of
everybody whining about it.
Other teams have tried it and they can't do it because they don't have the personnel or the quarterback to do it. So
forget. Let's go back to what you were talking about with the red zone problems. Okay, I'm going to come back to the offensive coordinator. You've seen like arguments and shit on the sidelines, and that's not what this team is about. They're still trying to get their shit together.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying, man,
AJ Brown
one guy has one thought that, and the offensive coordinator and the coach is still trying to gather this and saying, look, guys, let's not do this on the sidelines, but once in a while it's going to spill over on the sidelines, and that's how it is. They're fortunate that they're paying Tampa and whoever the fuck else. Now,
Minnesota.
LA, I was worried about because LA can play some offense.
Yeah.
So they shut him out in the second half last week.
Yeah. They obviously found, they rushed
and traveling to
Stratford.
LA too.
Yeah, and that's true too. But and all things aside, they're still winning games. And this team is a really good team, but it's going to take time for them to really get their stride. And they're going to lose some games.
Oh, they have a gauntlet coming up.
Right.
Starting next week. Miami.
Well, Miami's tough.
Miami might be a little bit overrated.
We need our people back in the secondary.
Yeah, that's a game where Waddle and Hill, we better fucking have
we
Slay.
just knock him unconscious on the first play of the game, and we win the game going away.
Tua?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tua's. Yeah.
It's easy when you put it that way.
That could be one of those games, Hey, Tua, do you know where you are?
Remember Adams? Remember Ghostbusters? Right, Andy.
Tua's like, what's your name? I'm Batman.
The member berries. I love the member berries.
Berries. We haven't done that in a while, right?
That's right.
All right. So I think to picks
for
the week. All right, let's go.
You got to figure out, you got to make predictions every game this week.
Go ahead.
Make it quick.
Go for it.
All right, let's have some fun. So let's just start off by saying that I'm 57-22 this year.
Yeah, Sean's killing it.
I'm
not gonna lie, he's first place.
And
he keeps track of this shit. I got
no. We have
ESPN.
we're in a pick'em league.
Yeah, you go ahead.
On the ESPN app.
It's $20 pick'em league.
I ranked 445th
out of like a billion.
Out of whatever it is.
You don't get any money out of that, but
no, but
yeah. But it's good to know.
I want to know, and I want to know this week. All right, so here we go.
He actually is still really good.
I always
you do.
I always fare pretty well.
Yeah, I don't get it,
but there's I think the 1 year I finished the top 3, and then last year kind of fell apart at the end because I got desperate. Yeah. All right, so we got Baltimore taking on Tennessee. In Tennessee. Turn it down a little bit. There we go.
Yeah, go on.
Baltimore. I got Baltimore. Yeah.
Yeah. Baltimore.
Yeah. Baltimore lost to Pittsburgh last week.
Yeah.
It pissed me off because I had fucking Baltimore.
Yeah.
Their defense played.
Yeah, and Tennessee they're puke. The Commanders travel to Atlanta. This was kind of a tough game.
I know. I hear you.
It's
really in Atlanta?
No, it's in Atlanta. I'm going with the home team. I'm going with Atlanta.
I am too.
Yeah, that was literally home team. I'm gonna go with that one.
Right.
Yeah. We got Minnesota taking on Chicago in Chicago. Jesus Christ.
I'll go Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm going Chicago. No Justin Jefferson. Out for 4 weeks. You hear that sigh?
Jesus, I say tie.
Hey, John, I know.
Without Jefferson, man, that team.
John, I'm gonna read off a couple names to you. Justin Jefferson, Shane, Anthony Richardson. All fantasy relevant players. They all went on the IR last week. I had them all in my starting lineup last week. I also have Aaron Jones, who's on bye this week.
And who hasn't fucking played in 4 weeks.
I have Gibbs, who's also not going to play this week.
Right. So Aaron Jones is the one that played one game.
Really special.
Yeah, he picked it too. He's so bitter about it.
But I literally had nobody else. I sent you the picture. My bench is 0 projected points, zeros all the way down because it's all IR and bye players. I've never experienced anything like. I had 4 guys go on the IR last week. I've never had anything like that in my life.
Yeah,
it's never.
Jefferson stuff. The rest, they're but Jefferson's the number 1.
Yeah, I got it. I'm 4-1 in that league. I was 4-1.
That's about to be.
Yeah, I'm about to be 4-5. Like I'm going to lose every fucking. Like I've never been a bigger underdog in my fantasy life than I am this week. I have nothing, and I'm like, oh fuck it, I don't even care.
Well,
until that, you know what? I get Aaron Jones back next week. And Richardson,
yeah, but you know what? The thing is, Aaron Jones was great the first week. Then he got hurt. And then he fucking came back and had like 20 yards and then fucking sat the next 2 weeks. I fucking played him last week. I didn't even realize
I should fucking trade him. I should trade his ass.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Seattle takes on Cincinnati. This game sucks too.
Nah, that's a good game.
Yeah, it's great.
You would think. I actually have Seattle winning this game.
Where is it?
In Cincy.
I have Cincinnati. I think they're coming around a little bit. Jamar Chase is finally woken up.
Yeah. Higgins may be back.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with you.
Pickens may be back. Is that what you said?
Higgins.
I think it's Pickens. Carl Pickens is back for the Bengals.
Higgins.
Carl Pickens. Remember Carl Pickens?
Yeah.
That was my early fantasy days, man. That's when I started getting into it. Carl Pickens.
I thought that was the dude from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, George Pickens. No,
Carl Pickens and who the fuck
Carl,
is the quarterback?
Who the fuck cares?
Who's the quarterback?
I don't know. Moving on.
All right.
You're not listening to music?
I remember.
You're not listening to music. This brings back my childhood. This is Chris Berman on NFL Countdown after the you don't remember all this stuff?
This is like Tom Jackson.
Chris Berman, Tom Jackson.
Sterling.
Bubbling.
Sterling.
Jets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amani well-dressed tumor.
Amari, it's not a tumor. Rumbling stuff. Natron means business. Fucking asshole. That fat fuck. All right, San Francisco taking on the Cleveland Browns. Is this even San Fran? Let's move on. Carolina.
San Fran and the Browns.
No Deshaun Watson.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah. No one knows what's wrong with him either.
Oh, really?
Jeff Blake to Carl Pickens.
Oh, Jeff Blake. Oh,
Jeff Blake. And who also played for the Eagles for a year.
Yeah.
Jeff Blake,
Yeah.
The fuck's wrong with me?
Yeah. Can't remember his kid's fucking birthday, but remembers that shit.
Carolina takes on John Kruk batted 303 in 1993. Carolina takes on Miami in Miami.
So, by the way, I don't know if I've ever seen this. 99% picked. Do we even need
for Miami? Yeah.
Do we really even need to talk about this game?
Yeah. The Colts.
Carolina.
99. Oh, it's in Miami, by the way.
Indianapolis takes on the Jacksonville Jaguars in You know what? No, I can't. There's no Jacksonville and Colts. The Colts go to Jacksonville. The only thing is,
it's interesting.
Jacksonville's been on the
back
road.
London.
But no Anthony Richardson. It's
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
Gardner
Jonathan
Minshew.
Taylor is back.
Yeah, but Jonathan Taylor's still being worked back in. Zach Moss is really good though.
None of it matters. 'Cause it's a fucking division game. It's a toss-up.
It's true.
It's going to be like
I'm taking-
16-13.
I'm taking the home team.
Yeah, I got to go home team here.
Who's got the momentum?
Jacksonville just beat Buffalo.
They won the
In
last
London.
two, right?
Did they win?
Didn't they win the last two in London?
That's right. Atlanta, right?
Yeah, they won the last two in London. So that
Well,
means
London is like their home away from home.
that means they're 1-2 on the season in America.
Right.
I'll
Fuck.
take Jackson.
Fuck. That game's tough.
Yeah.
I might flip flop.
Okay.
The Saints take on the Texans.
It's kind of a little bit of a tough game.
There's a lot of tough games this week.
Yeah.
I'm going Houston. I'm going CJ Stroud and Damian Pierce.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I'll go with the home team. This is what I'm doing. When in doubt, go home. Like that's what I'm doing here.
I don't know. Kamara back. No, we just came back last week.
Last week, it's first week back. Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Saints.
Okay. I can't blame you there. I mean, it's
a shame. This is where Dave's giving us predictions.
Oh man, I got the shit out of Tattersall, man. Oh, my best day in years.
You play Tattersall?
Yeah. You know who Broad Run up in Westchester?
Oh, I have it booked within the next few weeks. I haven't played it yet.
That's fun.
I have a pass for it. Yeah.
When's the last time you played?
3 weeks ago.
Up there.
I never played Broad Run.
Oh
No. This is the first time I'm going to play Broad Run.
Oh, it's special.
Golf. We're talking golf.
It's the second best golf course in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Okay. I've heard good things.
I like it better in Mayfield.
We bought a pass for $50 on golf.
Yeah,
group
yeah.
golf or
we
whatever.
played, and you're gonna. You said 3 weeks from now.
It was the last time I played. It was 3 weeks ago. I'm
When
going
you
to
play?
play within the next 2 weeks. I'm going to play Broad Run. Yeah, on a Saturday afternoon.
Oh, it's gonna be a long round. Playing
Yeah.
on 6 hours.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
5 hours on the. Yeah, it's. I'll tell you later.
All right. Okay.
But man, it's beautiful.
Great course. All right. Should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I heard it's good. Patriots, Raiders in Vegas.
Yeah. If there's any deciding factor, if there was any chance that New England would win, the fact that it's in Las Vegas.
And the fact that their defense took 2 huge losses. Judon's out.
Yeah.
I'm going Raiders here. Garoppolo's. I'm actually considering starting Garoppolo over fucking Dak. Chargers though, Monday night. I don't know. We got Detroit. Oh, so you going Vegas? Son?
Yeah.
Detroit takes on Tampa Bay.
Go Detroit.
I'm going Tampa Bay.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going Tampa Bay.
You know what? In
Where
Tampa, I could see it.
Yeah, that's the only reason I did it. If it was in Detroit, I wouldn't even think twice about it.
Detroit's kind of feeling good about themselves a little bit. I could see them kind of having a setback. I hear you.
Arizona.
Only if that's a trap game. Nah, I want.
I just think
they're rolling. They're rolling.
Tampa's
Detroit's
3-1 too. The only loss is the Eagles.
Yeah, but Detroit's kind of like
they're 3-1 coming off
St.
a
Brown's.
bye.
Yeah.
St. Brown's playing, but he's kind of
Banged up a little bit.
Gibbs isn't playing. You have Montgomery.
You got a good point.
Tampa Bay's got a good defense. But or is the magic with Mayfield over? You know, maybe that's this week. Maybe we'll find out.
Detroit's not a great defense.
Yeah. Still going Detroit.
Arizona takes on the Rams.
In LA.
In LA, I'm going
Yeah.
Rams. All right, this is
We
2
talked
games
about the
left.
Jets.
The
Yeah.
Battle of New York. The Giants and Buffalo. in Buffalo.
That's another.
Oh, by the
99%.
way, no Daniel Jones.
Oh, he's not even playing?
Oh, he's going to be out. Yeah, he's most likely going to be out this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool.
Yeah, it might be. Hey, guys, just bet like $100 on Buffalo this week. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I might just do that.
You win $1 because it's 100 to 1, but bet $1, bet 100 on them.
Yeah, just do it. And $1. It's a tough game.
This one's tough.
Monday Night Football, Dallas in LA to take
at
on the Chargers.
I'm taking Dallas. I don't want to. I can see the Chargers winning. It's in LA.
Can you imagine if the Dallas Cowboys lose again?
That'd be awesome.
It'd be incredible. After all the shit they talked, they got annihilated by the 49ers last week.
They did. This seems like a get-right game.
Parsons. That score doesn't mean anything. We're right on par with them. They lost 48-10. That score doesn't mean anything. We're right there with them. We're right there with them. What are you what? What are you talking about? Say we got smacked in the mouth. We gotta fix shit. Like don't.
Well, that's what they say when they walk in the line.
Don't come out here and say that you're right on par with the 49ers when the world saw you got your ass beat and annihilated and embarrassed. That was insanity. That was insanity. We got
everybody's seen what happened. He didn't have to reiterate it. He had to fix it.
We got Geraldine saying, "Can you
that
imagine?"
was the start of fixing it.
Can you imagine if Taylor Swift was there? Well, first of all, apparently Taylor Swift is magic wherever she goes because Oh, speaking of Taylor, was she at the game last? I didn't watch any of the game last night, but they only won 19-8. The Chiefs only won 19-8, which was not great because that.
Yeah, and they're like 5-1.
Taking on Denver, who can't Denver's not a good team. And you only scored 19 points. Did they maybe they just it's a weird night. Maybe they just kind of.
Who's the next week for the Eagles?
Miami next week. Yeah. Are the Eagles looking ahead? I hate doing that too. Are the Eagles doing that too?
That's a question.
I hope not. I hope the Eagles aren't looking ahead. That would be a problem.
Well, somebody brought up the only way the Jets can beat them is the game plan of Washington last year.
Running the ball, time possession,
football, keeping possession, good defense.
That would be a huge disappointment if they lose to the Jets. Huge.
Well, the Eagles have a test every week. It's just a matter of how big of a test. Even staying focused is a test.
That's the thing. If they're going to lose, it's because of their own faults, right? Like they'll beat themselves. The Jets aren't going to beat them. They'll beat themselves, right?
They've tried. They
sure have. Yeah, yeah. But I think that's what it comes down to. Because that's what happened in the Washington game last year. They fumbled 3 times in that game. They turned the ball over deep in their own territory.
Well, Washington's better defense than we realized.
Yeah, and they can, they control the ball, and I think the Eagles took it easy on them. It was Monday Night Football that year, and or that game, I should say. And I would hope they're focused. I really do. I think it would take a lot for the Jets to win this game. They would, despite the injuries to Slay. DeAndre Swift might be another good bet this week. Swift might run through. Yeah. We'll see.
So, who'd you take, Dallas or Chargers?
I took Dallas.
Okay.
That's what Dallas. I think Dak actually has a comeback game. I think he throws 3 touchdowns this week.
I think we were only different on one game this week.
Yeah, I actually switched one.
Okay.
I actually switched one.
I got it.
Might have been 2.
And as much as I'd love to take the Chargers, I got to say Dallas.
I switched Detroit.
Okay.
The more I thought about it, First of all, I have 1, 2, 3,
That is Detroit,
4
yeah.
home away
Yeah,
teams.
so that's gonna be 2.
Yeah, so I took Detroit. The more I thought about it, I was like, fuck Arizona.
Do you think Hebert leads that team?
No, and here's that's the other thing too. Herbert has a broken finger.
Oh.
He's playing, but he has a broken, non-thrown.
Yeah.
But he's got to wear this big ass thing that would please anybody, including Mrs. Polsky. I'm just kidding. She's the only thing she's watching. No, this thing's like this long. Like it's got to be. It's like Freddy Krueger's fucking ring finger. It's got to be weird to take a snap like that with had this big ass fucking thing at the end of his finger.
Well, that's what he practiced with.
Well, yeah. But they're talking about how he has a problem under center with that thing. He has to be in shotgun to catch it. And she said, "Is it 6 inches?" I think it's longer than that, and it's black. It is. The brace is black. It's literally black. I'm not making a joke there, but all right, enough of that.
Should we tell Jarlin a joke?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Why is women's perception so off?
Show her in the camera.
Because all their life they've been told that this is 6 inches.
Dun, 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 dun.
There's a camera somewhere.
Yeah, right there. Jesus Christ. You don't know you've been on Facebook all night?
Nah.
No. You got a tight little man pussy on you, don't you?
And she said, "No, its tip is purple." I so hope that's Mark under her name. That'd be hysterical.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It is. All right.
Asshole.
Yeah, that's great. All right, guys. We got to
wrap this up.
I'm going to get off by cranking your knob just a little beyond the breaking point.
There's no reason for it.
The hell's beyond the breaking point?
I don't know. Hulk Hogan said it. All right, so this is by
Again this year, it looked like there was no hope.
we're gonna close it out with this, all right?
And determination and fighting spirit, this team came back. They fought back because they had high hope.
Right.
All right, before we play the song, I'm just gonna mute our mics and let it play out. Phillies, let's fucking go. Take care of business. Win at home. Split in Arizona. Win at home. Call it a series. Win in 5. Let's go.
You just want to go sweep?
Let's go sweep.
Sweep? Okay.
They're not sweeping the team, but let's go. Let's just go.
I'll tell you what,
Why
man.
not? Why not? Fucking
My Phillies gear, my Eagles gear, it's just
corner. Whoa.
Stop. No, it's Phillies gear, Eagles gear, like go Birds, go Phils, like all day, every day. It's pandemonium.
Yeah, that'd be nice for work.
Well, Jerry said it's her. She said, no, it's me. I'm like, okay. How do you know the tip is purple, Jerry?
See,
it's fine.
Because we're Polacks.
That's why I was like,
Polacks.
that's
now
what
Polsky's actually the SKY. He's more the Russian.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true too.
No different.
What the fuck? I
probably
can't even
true.
see what the fuck.
Same region.
G Par said, great show as always. Thanks. We thank you guys for tuning in live every week. And of course, if you download the show and you stuck with us for 2.5+ hours, we appreciate it so much. Next week, man, hopefully we're talking about a series lead or something. I really hope so, man. And we're talking about a 6-0. Oh, by the way, the Philadelphia Eagles are the first Eagles team to follow up a
Super Bowl
loss
with a
since the
5-0.
1981 team. So at 5-0.
Right.
And there's only been 5 teams to start off the season 5-0 after losing the Super Bowl the previous year.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen often, man. This team is
Usually there's a little bit of a hangover. They haven't. I mean it's been a hangover in that they haven't looked great. Do it. doing it, but
I don't care.
they're fucking 5-0.
A win's an O, man. A win's an O. Jesus Christ. A
Yeah,
win is a win.
They're right
5-0.
where they need to be. They're 5-0.
I don't give a shit about they haven't played anybody. Yeah,
because they lost both coordinators.
And I hope at some point before San Fran, they get smacked in the mouth. They need their ass kicked a little bit. Well,
that's a long ways away, man.
It is December, so we got a month and a half before that game. I hope
they got KC and everybody else.
Miami, KC, Dallas twice, Buffalo probably. Yeah, I think they're there.
It's a rough stretch, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what this team is made of. But I'm
first they got to get healthy.
It's rare that the Eagles are in the back seat.
Yeah, it was last year too. This time.
But they are, and as Jerry just said, something special going on here. We're gonna play this out. Enjoy the week of baseball, ladies and gents.
Yeah.
Go
enjoy yourself.
Let's
go Phillies. Let's go Phillies. Let's go Phillies.
Penis out.
When you are down, lift your head off the ground. There's a lot to be learned, so look around. Once there was a silly old ant, thought he'd move a rubber tree plant. Anyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he had high hopes. He had high hopes. He had high apple pie in the sky. Hope so when you start to feeling low, instead of letting go, just remember that ant. Whoop, there goes another rubber tree. Up there goes another rubber tree. Whoop, there goes another rubber tree plant.